So this week I learned about the Benadryl Man. Oh no! Baby!
Oh no, baby!
Welcome! It's the ONRS Radio Show. My name is Owen. I'm the captain of your shit ship. It's episode 636. And along with me tonight is my good friend Ty. Kai's here.
Hey, I'm a guy.
He's a guy who is here.
I am here.
And then we also have a birthday boy over here as well.
Hey.
And no one bought him teeth for his birthday, but he is here. And his name is Mike B. How are you, Mike B?
I'm here, and I'm 1 year older.
What is today? Is it 39 or no? It was yesterday. It was the day before yesterday. Yesterday, day before.
Yeah, it was yesterday,
27?
and it was
26?
39.
39, feeling not that fine.
Feeling all right.
Mm.
Feeling okay.
I feel like I can never remember how old we all are most of the time. How old are you again, Owen? You're a tiny baby child?
I'm 38.
You tiny baby child?
You're both 39, aren't you? You're like a year older than me.
Yeah.
Yeah. So get some respect on my name.
You tiny baby.
Tiny baby
You wee man boy.
Oh, that might be the case. We were talking before the show. Mike was, asked the question by Ty. He's like, "Yeah, did you get drunk? Did you tie one on for your birthday?" And Mike was like, "Nah, I don't even like that anymore."
I don't really.
I think we inferred that you don't like doing it just because you're by yourself alone.
Yeah.
Those are like our favorite times to drink. I don't know what you mean.
Exactly. Me and Ty. I mean, I look forward to being alone to drink. I love that song. I listen to that song. I drink alone. All by myself.
With nobody else.
Who was that? Was that Thurgood?
Steppenwolf.
Was it? I can't pull it up. Hang on.
George Thurp.
It might be. It sounds like a Thurgood, perhaps. It might be.
Could be some Thurgood. I should know that for God's
I
sake.
drink alone.
No,
Yeah, George
but,
Thurgood. Yeah.
I think it definitely is just more of like when I do it, it's usually like, after like a 14-hour day, and now I'm just like tired drinking.
Yeah, and I put this song after a long day of work. Put this song on in my phone.
Crack a beer.
Crack a good Bud Heavy. Yeah.
Oh boy, goddamn.
Endorphin rush.
Yeah. I sit there. I light me a Camel Blue. And I look at the stars.
Stare off into the distance.
Yeah. Yeah.
You timed that just right, Owen, for it to start.
Yeah.
I love how they glorified something that is clearly like a deeply problematic behavior.
You got a problem. Yeah. That's why
see, this is what I'm talking about, Mikey. There's nothing
wrong with it. Yeah.
What's wrong with that?
I mean, every psychiatrist and therapist can't be correct, right? They're all fucking wrong.
I don't want to always be around people when I'm drinking.
I don't mind being around people on occasion, but I shouldn't feel vilified for drinking by myself.
I agree with you. I agree with you, Ty. I mean, I'm drinking with you guys right now. I'm not.
Do you want me to start drinking with you guys? Because I
Mm.
wasn't gonna.
Well,
Yeah.
birthday boy choice. So
All right,
we're not
hold
going to
on.
pressure you.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah, too late.
pressure, pressure.
What? You guys didn't start the pressure, and I was like, well, okay, I guess I will.
Okay, I guess I will. Yeah. I didn't think he was gonna do it. He's literally gonna go get a drink. Good for him. Good
He
for
actually
him.
just stood up. He had a drink like right off camera, but he just stood up, walked out of frame.
Yeah,
He'll come right back.
that was
in.
remarkably quick that you came back there, buddy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I already had it ready.
Oh God, why do you drink? What do you got there? Plastic
Maybe
bottle.
this is why I don't enjoy drinking anymore.
Yeah,
Oh.
you have plastic bottle vodka or something.
100 proof.
Oh, Mike, no, that's a terrible idea.
Here's to the birthday.
Okay, here we go.
Put it in the juice.
Didn't even put it in the juice. Just
Put it in the goddamn juice.
oh,
I put it in the juice in my mouth.
Oh, that's terrible. So
Full
what?
taco.
So what did you do for your birthday celebrations?
So on Wednesday, Janine had to work, so I was like kind of by myself. I didn't work at all.
Drink alone.
No, but I did do something I really like to do.
Shower, masturbate.
Yeah.
That's every day.
Okay,
That's-
we've established this is an everyday scenario.
Just making sure.
Yeah,
Okay.
no. So I started my day off nice, like 6 a.m. shower masturbation.
I don't think I can get it up that early in the morning.
Ah,
I wake up. That's literally the best time. That's the most functional.
Your boner
my
time
wiener
is
yeah, morning
Oh,
time.
all right, fair.
My dick is like an office worker. It's like
Right.
after 5 o'clock, it's like I'm clocked out.
yeah, I'm done, guys. yeah.
And its most productive hour, 9 a.m. It's
All
like, so I hung out with Janine, took her to work, and then I came home, like got showered and changed and everything, and I got real high.
Okay.
yeah, dog.
And then I went and wandered around Target and looked at all the Ninja Turtles that I wasn't gonna buy, and
All right.
You didn't even treat yourself to one?
no, because Janine already got me something Ninja Turtle for my birthday.
Okay.
She got me a little pizza slice Ninja Turtle like bag. It's pretty sick, actually. It
Okay.
goes really well with my Ninja Turtle backpack.
Sounds cool. Sounds really adult.
Yeah,
Bang.
but I just I wandered around the Super Target, super stoned for a while, and then bought myself some food. I made steak and mushrooms and onions.
That's good. That's good.
Had that, and then went and picked Janine up and kind of just relaxed at the house.
Okay. So you had a day off at least. You didn't have to go
Yeah.
in. You did. All right. That's good. Played some
We don't
video
have to like
games.
make that sound wrong, man. That's a nice ass day.
Yeah, that's not a bad day. That's chill.
Yeah,
That's good.
I look at it as like I didn't have to go to work, and that was pretty sick. Because any day I don't gotta go to work is pretty sick.
Like doing the office gremlin shit I do, I pretty much always just take the week off for my birthday. I say, fuck it. I don't care. Peace. I try anyways.
The thing is, it just makes it so hard to. My boss is like, oh, if you want to take more than like your allotted 2 days off a week, I have to work for like a week straight.
Lame.
Yeah.
So I'm like, that kind of sucks.
So then it's
But I
almost
don't wanna
not.
do it.
It's counterproductive at that point.
Yeah, because literally the very first day of that 3 days off, I fucking sleep.
Yeah.
So I'm like, why the fuck did I even take 3 fucking days off?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah,
this
yeah,
is fucking stupid.
yeah. Did you get a good nap in? Did you get a birthday nap?
No, I mean, I kind of just like hung out all day.
Huh?
Ate a bunch of ate a bunch of ice pops. Bought myself some candy.
I like
No,
how
no, that's what I do.
Mike's birthday is like the ideal 7-year-old or 9-year-old's like day.
It's pretty sick, man.
Got fucking ice pops,
I like
Ninja Turtle shit.
Yeah.
Fuck.
I like to think of like our
Wandered around Target.
our grandfathers that fought in wars and stuff. Like they would look at so like You describe your day. They're like, "Oh, that's nice. How did little Mikey enjoy his 9th birthday or whatever?" And he's like, "No, he's 39." Well, I wonder.
39th birthday.
I wonder what they would. I wonder what they would say about this sort of stuff.
I'm pretty sure if any of my grandparents were alive, all of them but one would be like, "What?
So, what?
You did what? You didn't do anything?" Like, no, I just didn't do anything. That's a really cool day off for me.
It was glorious.
Yeah.
But here's the thing, though, too. I think back in their days, they had a lot more days where they just didn't do anything. You know what I mean? Like they not as much entertainment. Like, sure, they probably worked a lot, right? If they had like, I don't know, factory jobs or whatever. But if they say they were out of like work or like, there was a lot of days like on the weekends where they just didn't do anything. Like they just like sat there. I think.
No, that's when you clean the house, you mow the lawn 4 times.
I think they do a lot of sitting. They just sit.
My grandma, I'm pretty sure for like 340 some odd days of the year, spent 80% of her day in a chair. Like just sitting watching TV.
Sometimes, yeah, and I contend that they're not even really watching the TV. Like they're somewhere else in their minds. Like the TV's on sometimes, but but it's not always even on. And they'll look. You ever notice that old people do this? They'll be sitting in a room. They'll have the TV off and then look at it. You ever seen that?
Oh, I think it's just going in. Oh, I think it's just playing in their mind.
Yeah. I think they got their own TV going.
Also, I think they make such a big deal out of it now where they're like, oh, people don't watch new stuff. They're only watching like comfort shows. And I'm like, bro, my grandma watched the same programs in syndication my entire life.
What, like the Matlocks of their, right? Like stuff like that.
Yeah. Becker.
And there would always be oh, I love this one. I like this episode. Like they've seen that episode 10 times, easy.
Right. And so it makes me wonder, like in my 60s, am I going to have The Office just on loop all day on?
Probably.
It's like, it's the only thing I remember. Oh, this is the one where Michael does that thing.
This is the chili one. Oh, the chili one.
Oh, Kevin, there he's gonna spill it, and bam.
And you're showing it, to like your nieces or nephews or whatever.
There we go. I was gonna say I don't have any kids.
I mean, like you're showing it to the younger generation, and you're trying to explain, like, oh, watch this, and like they're not gonna care. They're not gonna care.
I feel like I'm the antithesis of that, though. Like, because I don't have comfort shows anymore. Like, there's shit I like. Don't get me wrong. There's stuff that like holds a candle to my heart and shit. But I always am looking for that hot new shit, and it's weird. Like, I gotta find it.
We bring up a good point though, because when was the last time you rewatched a TV show episode?
Yeah.
Like it doesn't happen much. Like, out of choice. I get it if like you have cable and you're just throwing on Comedy Central or something, right? The Office is running. Like I kind of that exists. That's like the Office thing that Mike's talking about. But remember people used to buy DVD sets of TV shows, right?
Yeah, dog.
And watch and go back and rewatch TV show. That doesn't exist anymore, does it? Do people don't do that?
People definitely still do that.
Do they?
We just started Brooklyn Nine-Nine today.
As a rewatch or
as a
first
rewatch?
watch?
Yeah,
okay.
no rewatch.
Okay.
Because here's the thing: it used to come on in the morning, like right at the perfect time when we had cable, where we were both getting ready for work. So we just turn it on and rewatch it for like the 2 hours it was on, and then when we moved to a place that didn't have cable, we're like, oh well, do you want to watch it? I'm like, I do love it. I do love watching it.
I never got into that show.
Put it on.
I don't think I've ever seen an episode of that show.
Well, I mean, it's really well written. I think the characters all around Andy Samberg are really nice and like
he's
pretty
not
funny.
He's not irritating to you.
he gets to be a little much in the show sometimes.
I just
there's
think he's
so
an
much else
irritating.
going on.
I think he's got a punchable face. That old Andy Samberg, bit like me. You know, it can get very grating, can get very punchable. You were saying I was like someone this week, Mike, that I reminded you of somebody that I said has a punchable face.
Tony Hinchcliffe.
Tony Hinchcliffe. Yeah, he's like all the rage right now.
Kill Tony is a huge deal right now.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
So am I like what about him reminds you of him or me of him or what?
It's definitely clear that Tony has ideas has ideas like in the moment of what the show should be going on.
Oh, and he gets frustrated with the idiots talking about Dungeons and Dragons.
Hey, that was pre-show, and that doesn't count.
You settle down. You want to talk D&D? Let's do this.
No, don't.
Your face is looking real punchable right now, Owen. Jesus. No, it's just when you got people will say things on Kill Tony, and he'll be like, "No, we're not doing that. No, we're gonna not that." And you have definitely done that before. And when he did it, I was like, "That's." I mean, you guys do have very similar faces. You're thin guys.
Yeah, we're incredibly good looking.
There's things like that.
You know,
stuff like that.
Stuff like that. You know,
yeah.
We're incredibly witty and hugely successful and popular.
Yeah,
those would be the things that I would say.
Those are things you both share.
Yeah.
Yep.
Huge cocks probably is on the list too.
Yeah. Both get accused of being gay all the time.
Yeah, there is that one. Yeah, I've got. Yeah.
Man, they pretty much tell him he's gay every show multiple times.
I don't think you guys have ever accused me of being. Yeah, you have, but I mean,
I call you gay all the time.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you're right. I mean, I take it as a compliment. I just think it's a new era of the world, and gay people are taking over. So I'm just hopping on board.
I mean, I work at a pretty gay restaurant.
You do work at a pretty gay restaurant. If restaurants could be gay, yours would be gay.
Is it pretty gay, really? Is it just because you're vegan?
Mostly.
The homosexual foot traffic we do get is quite. All
right.
We service a lot of the LGBTQ plus community. Between Valhalla and us, we do get a lot of traffic.
Hear me out here. I think vegans in general are more gay than non-vegans. As a rule, they're more likely to be gay.
I think the percentages do skew higher, but I think the sample sets are also smaller in the vegan community. So
this is good observation.
So having homosexuals in the community, it does kind of skew higher, but it's only because the population is so small.
Vegans can't eat any animal, right? Including the fish?
No fish. You're a pescatarian if you eat
That's
fish.
Bullshit. Fish, like...
I've heard this from everybody who orders our fish sandwich. Like, it's not real fish. And I'm like, no, because we're a vegan restaurant. And they're like, yeah, but fish aren't animals. I'm like, they are 100% animals.
I don't think they are. I'm with them. I don't think they're animals.
What are fish if they aren't animals?
They're fish.
They're fish. That's what people say. They go, they're fish. They're not animals.
They're not. Fish are their own category?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
So then birds are birds. No, they're
animals. No, they're animals. They're animals.
But how can fish not be animals?
Because
birds are animals.
Okay, I'll explain. Birds can sing songs and talk, and fish can't do that. Therefore, animal, not animal.
What about whales? Are whales animals?
They're mammals.
So they're not fish?
Nope.
Nope,
not in my world.
Well, at least you got that part.
At least you're staying consistent
what
somewhere.
About insects? Do vegans, would they eat insects?
No, because they're animals.
They're not insects. They're not animals.
What the God? No living creature. You don't eat living shit.
That's dumb. Like, insects, great source of protein, I've heard. Crickets and whatnot. Apparently,
Alive,
like
though.
the new trend.
Plants are alive too. I shouldn't say that.
Yeah,
but,
plants are alive. So,
you know,
where's your definition then? Stupid vegans.
I think if plants screamed, it would be a different animal.
It's not an animal. So, and because they don't scream. Anything, I think that's the definition. If anything that screams is an animal.
What about the one root?
Hi, welcome to Owen's brand new biology discussion where he tells the brand new theory he's got.
Anything that screams is an animal. Anything that doesn't is not. Like, yeah.
Are there
insects, fish don't scream. Pigs,
what's the next level up from vegan? Like, what's the next echelon?
The next extreme. So they probably only drink water. And
I would say no plants or animals. You got to find nutrition in some other way.
Yeah, they can't. They don't. They're called dead. They're called dead people.
I mean, The Simpsons described a level 4 vegan as never eating anything that cast a shadow.
Yeah.
So.
Jesus.
There you go. You think you could not bio?
You could eat, yeah, I guess. All right, so like potato, right? You can only eat stuff grown under the ground, right?
And I only eat things that never saw the warmth of sunlight.
Yeah.
That were never kissed by the sun.
What about reptiles?
What about reptiles?
They are 100% animals.
No, they're not. No, they're not really animals, though.
Why are fish separated still? I'm still stuck on fish. What the fuck?
They're just they're fish. They're their own thing.
People do treat fish like out of all the animals in the world. I feel like fish get really rough treatment.
Yeah, I don't get it. I mean, I love eating fish.
Yeah, you hook one, you pull it in the boat, and then you fucking whack it over the head, and you
club it one good time.
I love a good fish club.
On the real, so my family has the cabin up in Canada.
Yeah. The fish.
I went up there a lot growing up, fishing and shit.
Yeah.
One year we bring up some family friends, and they got like a couple of kids that are not exactly my age, but sort of in the age range. They're
yeah.
Whatever.
2 years younger or something.
It was fine.
Right.
So we go out, we catch fish, we bring it back, gotta fucking, clean it on the dock and shit.
Yeah.
And like you see the brightest look of like, yeah, I caught that fucking fish. Look at that beautiful fucking fish. And then like Dad sets it on the goddamn table and fucking does the hard bonk.
Yep. The hard.
And the kid, you see like the sad and
the innocence.
The whole thing, you see his face like melt into like what the fuck, and you see like the tears slowly coming.
Yeah. You know what I like is the thing for chickens that they got where it's like a cone and you stick them head first into the cone and you just go shoop with the parrot, and you get it. you seen that?
I mean,
no, have not seen the easy kill chicken cone.
That's the thing.
Sometimes you gotta be efficient killing them chickens.
I remember I was probably like 15 or 16. I had just gotten my license and was like, we had driven out to.
Is this leading into killing chickens?
No. We had driven out to the bridge that crossed over, like how you get to Playa Linda Beach out in Titusville.
Yeah.
And we had stopped there because my friends were like, well, we're going to do some fishing. Like, I brought you a pole and everything. I'm like, cool. Like, I'm down with that. We go out and there's a guy who's like sitting under the bridge who's caught like, I'm super impressed because like we see him as like we're coming up and he's got like all these fish around him. I'm like, damn, this guy is fish Picasso. He's so good at catching fish.
Fish Picasso is probably not the adjective you were going for there, but
I like it.
But now I want to see Fish Picasso. I imagine it's like an adjective. It's a fish, a real fucked up fish with a missing ear. No, it's bingo. Whatever.
So this dude, as we get closer, because I'm like, I want to go like, bro, like, how'd you catch all these fish? Because I have zero inkling how to catch fish.
Yeah.
And when I get over there, I realize because he's like pulling a fish up as I'm walking over, he's picking the fish out and just stabbing them and then setting them like all around him. I'm like,
Whoa.
oh, never. Like, I'm like, oh, I don't want to talk to this guy anymore. Never mind.
What do you mean he was just picking them? What do you mean?
He was just catching all these small little like shitty fish, and like he'd get them out and then just stab them and set them next to himself. And I'm like, is this guy are these like bad fish?
Are they bait fish, maybe?
Or good fish? Like, I don't know what he's doing, but
you didn't really want to know.
I was like,
that?
No, this guy's just murdering, like mass murdering fish.
That's
like, I don't know.
They're fish. They're fish. What are you gonna do? Yeah.
I think. Oh, and this is again where you're losing the fish animal link.
I had some Spanish mullet, I think, this week. I had some mackerel, Spanish mackerel. I had freshly caught by my neighbor. He brought it over, cooked that bad boy up, this week. Yeah.
Does Bobby B live like right across from you?
Yeah.
Bobby B.
Brian.
Wow.
Brian.
the Bobby Ben.
Yeah.
Brian.
Yeah, my buddy Brian. He lives across the street in Hughesville, please.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah. It's cool.
Oh, sick.
Yeah. He brings me fish all the time. He goes out fishing. It's good because he's all sober and stuff. He doesn't drink, so he wakes up at 4 in the morning. No, I haven't gone with him. He just brings me fish. Yeah, he gets up too early.
Owen's barely getting to sleep.
Yeah.
Drunk as shit when Brian's waking up.
That has happened. That has definitely happened before where I'm not yet caught. Good
luck, buddy.
Yeah. Bring me back some mackerels. And it's a good time. Top of the show, I mentioned that I learned this week about the Benadryl Man. Have you ever guys heard of this?
No, I think I'm not educated on Benadryl Man.
So Benadryl Man, he's a character that apparently you see when you take too much Benadryl. He's like a hallucination of sorts.
Oh.
And he appears when it sounds absolutely frightening. You have to take apparently quite a substantial amount of Benadryl, which is scary because I think it can kill you if you take too much, but you need to take enough to see it. And yeah, like he's like this. I think he's like in a different dimension, and he pops up. He's like, I think he's kind of a dick too. Like everybody that sees him that goes through these like, what are those things like on that shit you did one time where you see the elves or whatever, the clock machine elves. Yeah,
the DMT fucking
yeah. I think he's related to those dudes. I think he's in the same. I think he's in.
But
the
he's
same,
a dick.
Yeah,
supposed to be a dick.
Well, no, he like fucks with you. He's like, because like read this one. I've been reading all these accounts of different people that have had
what the fuck?
Benadryl.
What do they call this? Like Robitussin? You got the tussin.
Yeah.
What do you Benadryllin? What do you call
Bennies?
I don't know.
Bennies?
I don't know if they have a name for it. But in
Drilling your wife.
In one, this guy he says that the Hat Man's voice ranged from deep and soothing, like a James Earl Jones, to a gravelly and demonic rumble. He would first speak to me using the soothing voice. He says, "I know why you're here." And then the guy that's going through this, he's like, "That's good because I don't." It's true what this as I guess this guy's been is like in the hospital. It's true what the CNA told you. People have died here. They do stare at you while you sleep, but not you. No, you won't die here. You have other things to do. Well, what is that supposed to mean? I asked, starting to feel threatened. I think you know what I mean. One day you'll get to leave here. Happily surprised, I asked, really? How long until I get to leave? It doesn't work that way. I tell you what I want you to know. Getting slightly annoyed, I said, that's some bullshit. This is when I got the first taste of the haunting demonic voice. No need for expletives. You're invading my home, remember? I mean, that's pretty crazy shit right there, right?
Sounds like some D&D shit.
Benadryl Man sounds like he lives in this like separate vibration, and you can only get to him by like getting on the bennies. And he's just like, "You're in my house, so you better treat me with some respect."
With goddamn respect.
You're
Yeah.
a fucking weird ethereal being that I can only see when I take way too much Benadryl, dude. Like, you can't be that much of a jerk.
So apparently, yeah, he's become like quite a legend on, you know, a lot of the like 4chans and Reddits and whatnot. And then there are people like there's entire Reddits dedicated to seeing the Benadryl. I gotta find that actually. That's what I needed.
And while you search that, I did look it up. I have found some of the street slang for Benadryl and using Benadryl. So alternate names are Ty, just like you said, drill. Y'all want to do some drill?
Mm-hmm.
Diff, pink dreams. And then using it is either they really didn't try very hard. It's either called Benadrylled, getting Benadrylled.
That's good though. I like that.
Or Benny tripping.
Benny tripping. Okay.
That just sounds like we're watching Benny Hill and taking mushrooms.
Which also sounds like a great time.
Yeah, that sounds dope. I want to do that. By the way, let's get a whole bro. So I was talking with an employee of mine, and we were talking about mushrooms, and he's like, "Whoa, like what's the like most you've ever done?" I'm like, "I don't know. I think like 3.5, almost 4, maybe."
Grams?
He's like, "Yeah," and he's like,
I mean,
"Whoa," and I'm like, "Well, I mean."
Did he say whoa like he was surprised?
Yeah,
like,
that sounds like a lot. That sounds a lot to me. That's a lot to me.
That's
he
a
was
eighth
like,
of shrooms. What do you mean?
No, he was more like, whoa. He's like, I thought you would have done like a lot more.
Okay.
Because he's like the like crazy dose is like 5. And I'm like, oh no. I don't think I
Yeah,
I don't
that's
think
I don't think I could do that. How much did you originally say?
3.5.
Yeah, that's a little much for me. I think I've done like 2 and that was enough.
I think the last time I did it was like 2 to 2.5. And I literally like couldn't keep track of where I was in my house. So I'm like, okay, I think 2.5 to 3 is probably where I need to.
I mean, when I was tracing the dragon, like I would do some.
You were doing heroin?
Jesus, I shouldn't have said it that way.
Okay,
but,
so sorry. Go ahead.
When I was booting up the tar.
When I was doing a lot of tripping, I did mild research into different, you start to go down wormholes of like, what should I do? What can I do? How far can I go?
How far can I take this?
I think a heroic dose counted as like 8 grams or more, I think. Oh. And I worked my way into it. It was kind of like a workout routine, like 1 week or every few days you would up your dosage a little. But I did like 10 grams one day, and that shit. I mean, I was already in a hole, don't get me wrong. But
Ty, you were doing some heavy ones then, because apparently the heroic dose, as coined by there's some dude.
Yeah. There is.
Shit, I used to remember his name, but it's
I can say it.
5 or more.
5 or more? Fuck that. That's pansy.
Ty is like, whoa, heroic needs to be heroic.
You better up your heroic dosage, sir.
I found the subreddit that I was talking about, and it's DPH, which stands for diphenhydramamine.
Diphenhydramamine.
Yeah. So like, there's a whole like Reddit dedicated to this where you can see talk about the Hat Man and all the crazy experiences the people that have doing this. One of the ones that I find funny is and there's even a T-shirt been made of this is that I can't take Benadryl because I owe the Hat Man money. I think that's kind of funny. And then it's this comes straight from this Reddit. Apparently, somebody's like, yeah, the Hat Man does not respect gender pronouns past 450 milligrams.
What?
Yeah, he gets a little prejudiced after that.
Yeah. So I just like this idea that like there's this spooky like hat man paranormal being that's just out there being like a dick in the underworld. It's like
Just fucking hanging out, being cool for a minute, and then being a real dickhead.
yeah. Like trying to be he's all creepy at first and like you think he's gonna like share like some real like secrets of the world or whatever, the universe, and
He's like, no, I make the rules around here. You listen to me.
yeah. Then he's like,
Okay, bro.
yeah.
I
Don't call me
I didn't
bro.
even want you here.
Then he starts, getting into they them shit. He's just like, I can't take this. Like he's just an old.
How am I supposed to know if you're a woman or a man?
Yeah, all these. He gets all crotchety. Yeah.
He goes real like he's like, you know what I say? Go woke, go broke. And I'm like,
Man,
all right, like, all
this
right,
is-
Benadryl hat man, like, fucking calm down.
Oh, man.
Have any
I'm
of
just
you,
saying they don't have to shove gender politics into every TV show anymore. It's just like they can't watch a single TV show. I'm like, okay, I get it.
so like, neither of you have done this before, right? Though, like the
Benadryl?
Yeah, the Benadryl trip.
I know I knew people
Yeah.
who did, but it didn't seem
Same.
like anything I wanted to do.
Yeah, I didn't want to pursue that as much as I like tripping. Benadryl didn't seem like the right way.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It
I was
doesn't-
a firm Robitussin man.
The
If
tussin-
we're
the
talking
tussin.
over the counter getting.
I didn't do that regularly, but I had to try it.
I did it once and I felt like shit. So like, yeah. I
Yeah.
didn't
Oh,
really-
It
Yeah.
felt so cool. And it came with a bunch of paranoia at the end of it.
That's
That
what
was
I.
really
that's
good.
what I'm. Yeah, that's the part that I was kind of not super into that one.
You're already paranoid. You don't need any more.
No, I don't
Oh,
need
it was
anything.
extra bad because I'm like, everybody knows. It was like being high for the first time back in like the 2000s. I'm like, oh God, everybody knows that I'm fucked up and they're all judging me right now.
Oh, yeah.
I know it.
Yeah. I still get that way sometimes.
No, now I like to go out and walk around. I'm like, I'm the coolest guy here. I'm the only person who's really this high. I'm so cool. Yup.
So we had a hurricane roll through.
Oh yeah, how you guys doing?
The other day? Well, we were fine. I mean, I'm sure I could speak for you too, Mike. Like our end of town, I didn't get hit really much by anything at all. Bit of wind, bit of rain, still,
Yeah.
stereotypical thing. But there's some people. I got a friend down in near Tampa, Braden. Nah, not Braden. He's near Tampa. I don't know exactly where he's at. But his shit, man, he's got like 4 inches of water in his house. Like complete flooding. So thoughts go out to him, Sean. Sorry about that. But yeah, I just doing my usual. I'm responsible, even though I knew it was probably not going to be super bad. I got to clean up the yard. I got to take down my bird feeder. I got to put away the bird house. I got to put the bird bath away. I got my lawn ornaments. I got my lights. I got my fans. I got my, all my stuff. And so I got to put it all away. Like that's the one nice thing about living in an apartment, I suppose, Mike, is you never have to deal with any of that. Yeah, I wouldn't trade it though. I do love, where I live and I like having the yard and all that stuff. But, Teresa, she's like, thanks for doing that. And then she just starts laughing when she came out and saw what I was doing. And she thought I maybe went a little overboard. Cause I've got the hook game, right? With the string and the hook.
Yeah.
And yeah. So I got one of those outside on the porch now. And I naturally didn't want that just blowing willy nilly. So
Did you untap con your tap?
I did not do that, but I did tape. I put tape around the hook over where the ring goes, so that the ring couldn't just fly off willy nilly. And I thought that was an ingenious thing. But
Engineering marvels.
She thought it was maybe a little overboard. But hey, guess what didn't happen? Ring didn't go flying and break windows, did it?
That's true.
So,
Win-win.
So yeah. Nothing really happened though. Like it was sort of lame around here. But I say that there's probably like I don't know if people died or whatever, but there's like a lot of damage up like near the Panhandle and all that. So they just keep getting butt fucked by those things.
Bro, yeah, it seems to be like the new way all the storms go is like coast right down the bottom, right past the tip, and then up into the Big Bend is what they call it.
Was that on? No, that wasn't your birthday. That was the day before, right? Or well, I guess it kind of was.
No, I
your
mean
birthday.
it was like Thursday night into today.
Yeah.
We yesterday it was like I got into work, I opened up, and my boss had already told me like, hey, like we might close down early. Like if this gets real nasty by like 4 o'clock, we'll just close.
Yeah, that was what I was gonna ask. Yeah.
And dude, we stayed open till 8 just because nothing was really. And then around 8 it started like really whipping, and it started blowing our chairs around out front. So we're like, all right, we're closed.
Yeah. You hear about, constantly like the over preppers, right? They go ridiculous with things. They buy all the water. They freak out. They buy all the toilet paper, all the stupid shit that, like kind of.
Is that still happening? Like,
well, that was what I was going to say. Is this time I didn't see much of that, if any, like for this particular one. If anything, like people were like, we're over that shit. Like people were just out and about like regular day, like a couple things closed like a little early, but
on the real, I think that was some like weird marketing campaign like in the background somewhere where like some dude, he's like, all right, listen, we got these fucking storms, they come through, what do? People are scared, people want to prepare, we just got to shove the shit in their face, they're gonna eat it up.
I mean, yeah.
And then,
is it smart to have some batteries, a couple candles for when power goes out? Sure, that's not like the worst idea in the world. But we've all got
people are prepping for like fucking Endgame.
Yeah, like they're prepping to be without power for like a month, and like that you're gonna lose it. If you're gonna lose it, it's maybe a couple days. Like the worst I had it here was probably 3 days or something, and
really,
and that was just like one time. It was like 2.5, 3 days. It's like not long after we moved into this place. Been here like 12, 13 years. So like the majority of the time it's been out like, oh yeah, it'll be out for 6 hours, 7 hours. But the thing that gets me, and I get it if you're on a well, right, that you need like power to be able to get the water because of the pump and all that sort of stuff. But never once has my water stopped working in a hurricane. Like, why do people, like, granted, like, I guess you could be put under a boil advisory. Okay, but my water is still working. I got to boil it to drink it. That sucks, but it's not like, it's...
Dude, I think a lot of that water is just done on pressure and like internal water in the system.
Yeah, it's that. Yeah, exactly. I don't think that... I've never...
Either that or those pump houses are on gigantic generators which never go out.
If you lived in the middle of the country and you got hit by a... Then I could see, you stock up on some water. Fine. But...
we don't drink our water here.
No?
Faucet water tastes like legit. Like I've been everywhere, like I've had a lot of water across the country, but the water up here is shit.
Does it taste like
hell? But it's like way super hard water.
Okay. Yeah, I mean ours doesn't taste the greatest. We don't like opt to drink it. I buy like the big jugs and everything, right? Like I do that, but it's not like if we ran out of that I'm not gonna not drink the tap water. Like you're not gonna die. It's not like I'm living in Flint, Michigan, where you can light the taps on fire.
I drank tap water in Florida and Orlando for ages. I liked it.
I fill
good.
I fill my cup up constantly, just straight from the tap.
See, I always want it refrigerated. Like I do like the Brita thing.
Ice.
Yeah, I do Brita. Like we do like a filter or something, or like one of those jugs. But
we did that at our last apartment, but the water here is good to the point where I don't fucking need it.
I think it depends on like the age of like the neighborhood, the plumbing. Like I think a lot of that is all like dependent too. Like but Orlando doesn't have the best water. I definitely don't think. Like the problem I have. Would you have this with yours, Mike? Or maybe you can remember having this with yours, Ty. But like every month and a half, they must like up their chlorine levels, and like you'll take a shower and it's like a swimming pool. Like you smell like the chlorine as if you've like hopped in a swimming pool. Like we get that
Nah,
we
I
get
don't
that all the
remember that.
time. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
we get that at least like once a month where it's like super chlorinated water. It sucks. It doesn't taste very good either.
No, I mean, I don't think that really happens here. I think we get some pretty good water.
Got that good water.
Oh, right.
Pretty good water.
Other thing I wanted to talk about is, me being a wrestling fan. This new documentary that came out about Vince McMahon. Have you guys heard anything about this?
Is that on Netflix?
Yeah, it's a big new Netflix one.
I just saw it pop up earlier.
Yeah.
Everyone who's watched it has basically been like, okay, yeah, I mean, awful dude, like pretty much knew, awful guy the whole time.
Well, we knew that the whole time, but then of course, like the latest allegations that came out like just earlier this year, really just over solidified that, right? Like now he's pooping on people and stuff, and I
don't think that's the worst.
No, there's a lot, but the it's interesting because they started recording the documentary prior to that lawsuit and those allegations. So they started this in like 2021 is that when they started filming all these and it was supposed to be like this huge deal, like the first time he's ever been this candid, look behind the scenes type thing, right? And so he did all his interviews and they interviewed a ton of different people, and then the allegations came out and it was like, whoa, like the whole focus of the documentary had to shift, right? Like now we have to obviously get into some more serious stuff, right? And of course he then, as soon as those allegations dropped, he never wanted to do any follow-up interviews. And then he released a statement the day or so before it came out on Twitter where he was basically saying they misrepresented me. It's like anything. They used clever editing tricks and all this sort of stuff, right? To make me look.
They made
bad.
it sound like I pooped on a lot of people's heads.
Yeah, not just one. Come on, it's just one. And then it came out even the following day after that he tried to buy the whole thing back. He tried to buy it back from Netflix.
Oh my God, really?
So okay, that makes you look good. And there have been several, he makes himself look like a horrible human being in the thing, but the one thing that sticks out to me is just oh my God, this guy is he has no remorse. It's almost comical how much of a villain this dude is in a sense, He's talking about there was a rape allegation case back in the late 80s, early 90s. Can't remember. I think early 90s. With this woman named Rita Chatterman is her name. And she wasn't taken seriously at the time. It was, I think, a different climate for that type of thing too, right? And
Casting couch with Vic McMahon.
Oh, there's a lot of people that could play him, but yeah, we'll do that later. But
no, I meant actual porn casting couch.
No, he raped her in a limo. I mean, she was an employee that that he supposedly raped. And
come on, how many people get sexually assaulted in a limo?
I mean, it's what limos are for, are they not?
I mean,
why was the limo invented if it wasn't for a little groping?
Think about all the people who get molested in parking lots that aren't in limos.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, I'm just saying,
that's true.
Be grateful.
be grateful. Yeah, you had the luxury package rape, not the the standard.
I mean, you're gonna get it either way,
right? Yeah. Okay. I mean, that's one way to look at it. But
don't get raped in a
Buick
gas station bathroom.
Right. That worse.
That sounds awful.
That sounds worse than getting raped in a limo. That is true. That is true.
Maybe.
Silver linings, folks. Silver linings.
So they ask him about it, right? And he's talking about this that first off, we know he paid her off in the end, that's we know that for a fact. And he says something along the lines of it was never rape, it was consensual, but even if it wasn't, the statute of limitations have passed.
Oh,
that's something.
What a great ending!
Oh, yeah. That's something that a a definitely
Nice.
innocent person says, right? Like, just no.
You definitely don't say that if you didn't rape someone.
Yeah, exactly. It just shows you like the monster he really is. So I just wanted to bring that up because I think it's going to be, the talk of the town for a little while. I've definitely heard it rumbling around, and I haven't seen the whole documentary yet. I've just seen kind of bits and pieces. I don't even have Netflix right now, so I haven't been able to see it. But I think it's going to be one of those things. It's kind of like, I'm interested if either of you or people close to you, if like anybody watches it that's not in the wrestling world, I'm interested to see what their perception of it is, because it's like how like Tiger King blew up and like all those, like every once in a while there'll be a to catch a murderer or whatever the fuck those things are, right? There's always like a Netflix documentary that blows up, that gets super popular. I think that's what they're kind of going for with this, but it's interesting. I'm just curious as to what the casual person that doesn't really watch the product or doesn't know like as much.
It's not a series, right? It's just a movie.
It's 6 episodes.
It is 6 episodes?
Yeah, it's 6 episodes. They're all about an hour-ish.
I was going to say I might volunteer to be your person who doesn't care about wrestling, but oof, that's a lot.
Yeah, it is. It is. I understand that.
Oh, and I'd like to say that I don't think that all this bad stuff that happened is even the real Vince McMahon, because from what I know, he got blown up in a limo.
Oh, that's true.
This can't be the real Vince. The real Vince McMahon
is dead.
Never do this.
He's
been dead for years.
That is funny what he's tried to go with the Hulk Hogan defense, and that is that he's basically saying that there's the Mr. McMahon character, and then there's Vince, like the person, and they're two completely different, people, and like people are conflating the two or whatever. And then like in the documentary, there's a funny clip where they basically go down the line and they ask like tons of different people, like Stone Cold and like Bruce Pritchard, people close to him. And they all like, they're asked the question, so is Vince the same as like the Mr. McMahon character? And they're like, oh yeah, it's pretty much identical. It's like they all say exactly.
Not much of a character, honestly.
Yeah, it's pretty much
really
like
kind of the same dude.
Kind of exactly the same dude. But that's like the Hulk Hogan defense, where he was claiming that Hulk Hogan was a different person than Terry, whatever the fuck his name is. I always forget it, but
at least he had the defense of literally not just using his actual name.
Yeah.
He could be like, listen, when I was doing that, I was the Hulkster. I wasn't Terry. All right.
Do you remember
Vince can't be like,
yeah,
I was Vince here in the meetings, and then when I was raping women in limos, I was Mr. McMahon. Why can't you see that Mr. McMahon? Yeah, he's a rapist,
but not me. I'm Vince.
I'm just a committed actor.
I'm a businessman. Yeah. The best part when Hulk had that whole defense, like in court, how he used to have to, he said something along the lines of like, now Terry Bollea has like a 6-inch penis, but Hulk Hogan has a 10-inch penis. Like he had to make the distinction of like it was part of that whole Gawker lawsuit that he won a ton of money off of, which is kind of crazy because he was going broke before that. That being said, let me see here. I got some new shoes. Oh, I got to show you my new shoes here in a little bit. I'll show it to you in the second segment.
They suck. They're probably terrible.
They're new work shoes, but I'm kind of interested to see what you think of the shoes. That's the question I had. Do you think? Because I was encountered this the other day. And I find myself like, kind of like, do you talk to yourselves? Do either of you talk to yourselves? Like a little bit? Yeah.
Yeah.
Out loud?
I mean, sort of. If I'm home alone, I find myself like, I got to do this or got to do that. And I'm like, I got to, I see myself, I do it on occasion. I think I do it. Like, and then I've caught myself for sure doing it in the past where I've been talking out loud to myself. But then it got me thinking because I saw like a guy at work who probably a little slower, than and
of course,
and he was talking to himself.
I don't talk to myself often. It's all inner monologue.
Okay, yeah, and I do have inner monologue that goes on all the time. Like that never stops. Like there's constantly like inner monologue. I mean, I get in arguments with myself. But do to smart or dumb people, who talks to themselves more?
Smart people.
You think so?
I definitely think people with higher intelligence have like louder and probably more internal voices than the dummies.
Dummy. Well, I mean, it's even hard for me to be that blunt, but like people that aren't smart just believe what they believe. There's no questioning that belief.
Right.
Whereas smart people will say, well, all right, this is what I want to say, but also that triggers this. Is this a problem? Or, do I have to adjust what I think to fucking make that happy? I don't know. There's all like the inner back and forth.
Yeah, you weigh things out. You use logic to come to conclusions.
Right.
For sure.
Whereas people that
are really, really dumb, they
think
just
that much. Yeah. That's the truth, no matter what.
Yeah, dude. I think people that have a lower intelligence, I don't want to say it's instinct, but I think like the things that they know and believe are so cemented in there that it's just like whatever the first opinion that they formed about whatever it was, that's the opinion. There's no like doubling back and them going, well, man, like I've got a whole bunch of new information.
Maybe I need to reassess what I thought about this thing. Right. Yeah. It's just...
And really intelligent people are probably constantly like,
well, I think that's
like
that's how you learn, right? So that's higher. How you learn, I think is part of that. Are there people so dumb that they don't have any internal like monologue whatsoever? Like, I'm not talking about like mental retardation or handicap, right? Like I'm talking about like just dumb people. Like, do they just not have like any thought in their head? Like, do they just do like hungry, eat? Like, is it all just instinct? I mean, there's probably somebody that dumb, right?
Yeah, I think there's definitely people who just are going off the first thing that there's no like order, and it's like, okay, let's review this.
Ooh,
like,
better question. Are those people animals or not?
They're closer to animals than I think we would be.
Yeah. Can you eat them? Can vegans
fish?
Are they fish? Can vegans eat dumb people? Can vegans eat dumb people? Or,
no, because they were alive. No, but I think.
But honestly, are they really alive? That's the question.
I think they still have a conscious to be able to like ponder certain things.
I don't know. I've met some people where I'm questioning.
But you know what I'm saying? I think those people, like whatever comes to the front of the queue is like, cool, moving forward. It's not, there's no analytical process when it gets to the front where it's like, okay, should we actually be doing this? And you've got like 100 past experiences that you're just like, no, yes, no. You weigh all that out. I think it gets to the front and they go, let's do it.
Yeah.
Let me ask.
There isn't enough critical thought. I think the lack is not just it's critical thought.
Random poll. Who do you think would be most likely to be the cannibal first? Because I think it's Owen.
Oh, I'd eat a dude. I'd eat someone if I need. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't really want to do it out of choice, but like, hey, we're on an island and we're deserted. I'm eyeing you up, Mikey. I'm most meat, probably Mikey. You know.
Somehow I think Mikey lasts the longest. I would probably go second, but I would last a lot fucking longer than Owen.
What, without eating someone?
Yeah.
No, I think that I would ultimately be viewed as the tastier person.
Yeah.
So I would immediately kill one of the two of you to be like, look, we don't have to eat me. There's already a dead.
But you wouldn't want. I got no meat on me. Like you're not.
I don't give a fuck. If I'm still the tastiest option on the island, I'm not sacrificing myself. I'm killing one of the two of you.
You got that
immediately.
Well, you got that badonk. So I'm rump roasting you straight away. Like, that's yeah.
I think the very first day that we realize there is no food, I'm putting a rock on Owen's head the moment he takes his like mid-afternoon nap because he won't stop napping. I'll just be like, "Oh, cool, he's asleep." Donk.
Yeah.
Cool, Ty. We can eat Owen now for at least several days.
And
I hate you. And then like 2 days later, I come back and I'm like, "You got Owen? You got some Owen left?"
There's still some crotch and chest left.
Have some eyeball.
I'm gonna eat it.
I mean, me has some turbulence on the plane, and I start looking around.
I was like, I gotta eat somebody. Fuck.
Who's the tastiest one on here?
Owen gets on a cruise, and there's like one bad wave, and he's like, "Oh, who are we eating?"
Yeah. So let's get
with
to
the
it.
crew.
Let's get to it. Yeah. Oh yeah, the crew goes for sure. Yeah, crew goes first.
Non-kitchen staff goes first. Service staff goes first.
The dockmans and whatnot. They're who? Yeah, I'm going with them.
I need the culinary staff and all of the mechanical staff. I gotta hold out till the last of the last.
Captain, I'd probably eat him pretty quick though.
Yeah. We don't need him.
Yeah, we're out in the open ocean.
He got us into this pickle in the first place.
It's your fault, homie.
So plus,
then
I want his hat. I want his hat.
Yeah, but if you eat the captain, isn't there like a chain of command where okay, we ate the captain, but now we have like second captain moves up?
Yeah, I'll eat him next.
Are we just cannibalizing the whole command bridge?
Yeah, it starts that. Yeah, we just go down the list.
Ooh, that's dangerous.
And then until I'm wearing the captain hat. But then I'm on the top of the list.
Yeah, I was gonna say, dude, then somebody's coming to eat you.
Well, then the rules change. I'll be the captain that changes the rules about that.
I don't know, man. I think that you eat enough guys in the captain's hat that whoever puts that damn hat on is pretty much on the menu next.
That was a good movie, Castaway. Now that I think about it. Tom Hanks would have. Do you think he would have eaten a person?
I think if there would have been more. No, well, there was that person who was there. Like, wasn't there like the pilot?
Yeah, they were already rotted by the time he found them. I think he thought about it though. I think he thought about eating them.
How? So if it's like the zombie apocalypse and you show up at a house, you haven't eaten in like 2 days. And there's a guy who left a note that was dated yesterday. And you're just like, well, I guess this is convenient. Hey, he only died yesterday.
Yeah.
Do you eat that guy?
Yeah.
He hung himself too, so it's like pretty neutral death.
Yeah, in a cold room, maybe. There's not that many flies.
What the fuck?
Middle of winter, Owen's like, I mean, he's pretty well preserved.
I mean, this is good. Like, if I'm going a step further, if I'm that guy, I'm at my wit's end, but maybe I could still do something for humanity. I'll throw some salt. I'll roll around in some salt or something. You know, I'll just get myself, preserved.
I'll hang myself outside so that like the sun can bake me a little bit, like coat the seasoning.
I'll smoke myself. I'll start a little smoker and then
lay in it.
Yeah. I mean,
it's like the Pee-wee device at the beginning of the fight, or like you hang yourself, the lever lowers you down into the fucking
puts the
grill.
Salt, dumps you in some salt, tosses you into the smoker, lights the fire, gets that going, the smoke goes, then you're there.
I see it.
And then you come around, you're like, oh, look at this guy already did all the work for me.
What smells delicious over here?
Smells amazing.
Oh my god, it's Owen.
It's roasted man.
I put some barbecue sauces next to me.
Owen, I didn't know you could look so delicious.
A little dipping sauce, I'd eat. I would. Why can't you eat the zombie?
I think isn't that how you get zombieism? Wouldn't you get
I
zombieism
don't
that
know.
way?
I don't know.
Pretty sure that would be pretty tainted.
Yeah,
But what if? Okay, so
but
like,
if
what
they
if?
just turned into the zombie, like say you got bit by someone got bit by the zombie, you kill them right away, right? Then you eat.
Gotta eat them.
Then you gotta eat them right away. Yeah.
Dude, now because it's a virus though, wouldn't you have to like? Okay, if they got bit on the arm,
Yeah, you
before
chop off the arm.
them,
Yeah, you quick chop off the arm, get rid of that part, and then you can eat the rest. The rest's still good meat.
I think Owen's actually 100% on cue with this one.
Yeah. I mean, if everybody in the zombie world, Walking Dead, were just to think for 1 minute and start eating the zombies, then there would be no more zombies.
God damn it! I'm not eating them.
You'll be fine. You'll be all right.
I got willpower.
What are you going to be, a vegan?
I'm not eating anything. I live on soul power.
There was a woman that tried to be an what was it, like an air-atarian or something once? Yeah, I think she died.
Aeritarian?
Yeah, she said that she didn't need water or food, that she could live just on air. And then she died.
I hope she lasted a long time.
Guys, just so you know, although it may seem wrong, the good news is that consuming cooked human flesh is no more dangerous than eating the cooked flesh of any other animal.
That's what I'm saying. Eat it.
Why haven't we turned to eating people yet? They're the most abundant resource on the goddamn planet.
Especially all the dumb ones, like I keep saying. Just eat. Eat the dumb ones.
IQ under 75, you're a meal.
We just herd them into these, preserves, and we go fishing for them, and then we just, chop off the head.
Yeah, make it sport.
Make some fillets.
Yeah. I mean, we'd solve a lot of problems, overpopulation, all that,
Who needs to go hungry? We could just feed you some people.
You were asking, Ty, what's the next step, what's the more extreme to vegan? I say we go the other way.
Okay.
And start eating people.
Cannibalism.
And what? Street
cannibalism.
Yeah. Well,
as much as it's been vilified, I wonder, I bet you there's a few good benefits to cannibalism. I bet there's some high protein or some sort of thing that you can't get somewhere else. Yeah. I don't know.
I always wonder why we can't eat dogs and cats and horses.
Attachment. It's all attachment.
But it's true though, right? There's no difference really. If again, zombie apocalypse, whatever, world's ending, I'm eating the dog. I'm fucking eating the dog.
God damn it.
I am. Moose, get over here, Moose.
I can't eat you. No.
Put you in the microwave. Microwave chihuahuas. Here we go.
Okay, so apparently eating dog is actually problematic because they got a bunch of worms.
Yeah, they do. They're gross.
And it does increase your risk of contracting rabies, cholera, and trichinosis, which are all bad diseases.
Yeah, those don't sound
kind
good.
of wiped out, but you still deal with a little bit of it here and there.
But there's some aren't there Japanese specialty? There's a certain dog that they breed. It's black market shit, but there's a certain dog, I believe in Japan, that they breed to eat. And it's a black market thing. I don't think it's legal, but they do it. Pretty sure. You looking it up, Mike? I'll look it up. Japan. Dog eating. Dog eating. Not hot dog. The vast majority of Japanese do not eat dog meat, but it has been reported by more than 100 outlets in the country have been selling it for import. I guess they mean import there. Yeah.
So in South Korea, the primary breed of dog raised for meat is
That's South Korea. That's what it is.
Nuriongi, also known as the Hwanggu, translate to yellow dog. But they're mid-sized. It's and it seems like they're almost never, specifically these dogs, are almost never kept as pets. Seems like they're
like farm animals
exclusively raised to be produce or
it's a thing.
livestock.
Again, horses too, right?
I mean, that's eating horses really is only because of the industry we had all surrounding them up until about the 1920s,
Yeah, they were just such an important animal for work, and just like they did. The term workhorse is there for a reason, right?
There was an interview with Neil deGrasse Tyson where he basically diagrams like how it turned from like you couldn't go like a mile without seeing plentiful horses, to you couldn't give horses away in certain areas, like they just weren't worth anything anymore.
Oh wow.
And but I think it's still, they were such a utilitarian tool, and they weren't like, it was better to just have them than to eat them.
They had other livestock to eat instead of eating the horse. It was better to keep the horse to help raise the livestock or raise the grain or whatever, right? To farm, so you wouldn't eat the horse. But and then then they would what? What's the whole thing with horses and making them into glue? That was
it's just right? They're like muscles and
melt their bones and tendons and shit into like a glue.
You just melt it all in the glue. I think you can do that with a lot of animals, honestly.
I think humans could probably be made into glue.
Hold on.
Dude, glue.
All animals
be made
into glue.
One day we need to actually put a coffee table book out of all of the Google searches that have been done by this show.
Mr. Burlerow, come to the door. We have senior search history.
We don't think you're doing anything wrong, but what is wrong with you?
What's going on? Like, I just clicked on a thing here when we were looking up the dog stuff. Someone has asked, is dog meat red or white meat?
What was the answer?
Red meat. It's a red meat.
I mean, God damn it. Oh, fucking hell.
Well, I mean, I got fascinated for a while about I still want to eat a hippo. Like I would love to eat hippo because apparently it tastes like a mixture of bacon and beef. And that sounds delicious.
That's apparently what bison comes out like.
Yeah. I'd eat that.
I've had bison. Bison's kind of wild.
It's a little gamey, right?
It's got a little mild gaminess to it,
yeah. I like a bit of venison, like, but then I've also had I've had good and bad venison, right? Like I've had good, yeah.
The big one I want to eat, manatee.
Fucking manatee?
Yeah, bro.
Good old sea cow, man. If it's fish,
bro. Apparently they were delicious because they were fucking hunted to damn near extinction.
Really? Because I didn't know that.
Bro, people were eating the motherfuckers.
I didn't know that. I mean,
yeah, it wasn't just like boat abuse. People were killing them.
Can vegans eat manatees?
No, because
all right. Here we are. We're at Mike's restaurant. We walk in, we read the menu. Mike gives us a whole fucking explanation of the menu, but then there just happens to be manatee meat on the menu. We've been told this is also vegan, so we also serve manatee meat.
So there's some guy on the internet named Owen. He said it was under the vegan guidelines.
I think any animals that only eat plants, vegans should be allowed to eat.
I agree. I agree.
I'm actually starting a new branch of veganism, and I won't eat anything that was ever violent towards another animal.
Okay,
I won't do it.
Here's a question. If you open like a vegan restaurant, right? But
I did.
But you put like a little line under like somewhere on the menu or somewhere on it. It's like some items may not be vegan or whatever. And then you just served them like not vegan stuff. Could you get in trouble?
Yeah.
Can you?
100%.
But if it's there, like there's a little, fine print.
We provided our terms of service.
Like, I mean,
You signed up for this vegan, non-vegan food.
yeah, I agree.
I know that literally if I accidentally cooked the vegan stuff we have at work in butter, it is now no longer vegan and we get in a lot of trouble.
You can get in trouble by who?
The community.
No, I don't give a shit about the community. I care about the law.
Here's the deal, Owen. Considering 3 vegan restaurants closed this year alone.
Yeah, the big one too. That was like, I mean,
Ethos,
was like the number one. Didn't you get married around there or something, Ty? Didn't you get married? Wasn't that you?
Not at Ethos. No, I got married at the God damn it, the movie theater.
Enzion.
Yeah, the Enzion.
Wasn't Ethos right by Enzion? Weren't the two connected?
Ethos was on like Princeton and.
Oh, maybe I'm mixing the two up. For a while though, there was like a vegan restaurant at the Enzion, like the outside, like.
Was it vegan? I can't even remember.
I'm mixing things up in my head, but yeah, whatever. But yeah.
But did you ever go? Ethos was pretty good.
No, I don't think I did.
I didn't love it, but like I went on occasion. They had a good like vegan shepherd's pie.
Heresy. Just fucking put some goddamn.
I love shepherd's pie.
Put some goddamn meat in it. But no, I get it to a certain degree, but like, is the government gonna come in and shut you down, or is it just like, no, these guys are, I mean, it is kind of a piece of shit thing to do, right? You want to eat vegan, blah blah blah, we say we're vegan and then we start serving you fucking dog, but like or chickens or whatever, right? Like more normal animal. But
I would say not only am I fucking them over by feeding them meat, I went to dog.
That would be the
God damn, Owen. Jeez, I'm a monster, dude. What the fuck?
That's about right.
I mean, I don't know though. I don't think the government's gonna shut you down. Like if you were serving still like food, like real food to the peoples.
I don't think the government would be, other than false advertisement. Like if you didn't.
Okay, all right. So that'd be like a civil case. Then they could bring up. All right, try me in court.
I think most of what you would get would be civil cases where people were like, "Oh, I've been a vegan for 20 years and I haven't eaten meat for 20."
And now I have PTSD because I ate the meat.
No, I think what it is your body. This is why there's a big argument that we're not really meant to eat meat, because we don't naturally have the enzymes to digest.
Bullshit.
Meat.
Been doing it my whole life. Look at me.
You have, because you've been eating meat your whole life.
And milk. I love milk.
So like your body builds those enzymes up to be able to like digest meat really easily. So I mean, you could get a lot of people sick, is what I think the issue would
they'd
be.
have a sore tummy. They'd poop a little bit. They'd be fine.
I mean, if you had them describe their problem to me, I'd be like, "What's the problem? I shit like that that's my shit every day."
Yeah.
But if you talk to like a regular person who's not a degenerate, then they're probably gonna be like, "No, I barely poop once a day."
What if you change the spelling?
Is there something wrong with that?
Yeah, I mean,
no, everybody's supposed to poop 4 to 5 times a day.
yeah, that's the norm. Everybody knows that.
Okay.
And if there's not blood in it, you're doing something
wrong. Does this mean I'm not a degenerate anymore?
The fact that you slurred through degenerate means
you're still okay, Ty. Yeah.
All right, good.
You retain your card.
Okay.
All right, hear me out. What if you misspelled vegan, right? And you deliberately put like VEEGAN, right? And it was vegan food. And then
so you're doubling down on their own gimmick where you just spell things slightly
off, and the Z were vegan. And
all right, so you can do that. You do that. You also copyright your misspelled word, and therefore you have a legal way to reference why.
That's just what we named ourselves.
we named ourselves this, which means this,
Yeah.
and it includes
eating meat.
Dog food.
Yeah.
Dog meat,
not
whatever.
dog food. Dog food's gross. Dog. We eat dog.
Whatever you want to include, whether it be people or dogs. Yeah.
I don't. Yeah.
Then you have a legal way out if you do that.
Yeah, I think if you just opened the vegan restaurant, I think you'd be good to go.
And then you market yourself as the most vegan because you have an extra E.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so I want to know if I wanted to eat like a tiger, if I wanted to have a tiger meat, it's probably illegal to like kill tigers, isn't it?
Probably.
So what if I set my restaurant up that if you wanted to order the tiger, you had to go outside into our tiger range, and at the end of like a 60-foot hallway, we release the tiger. And then we give you the gun, and you just got to shoot the tiger. And you're like, okay, well, it was attacking me. Now it's okay to eat, right?
Yeah, I see. Yeah. Could we do that?
You can't kill it unless it was being a malicious tiger.
Sure. Yeah, it was in self-defense. Might as well not let the meat go to waste.
Right.
You would sign some pretty beefy paperwork to go do this, but you could maybe get away with that.
This would legally hold up in court, I think.
I also
can we do this? Let's do the same thing with people, right? Like it's because it's self-defense. Cop, has to shoot the guy that was attacking the. Well, let's not let the meat go to waste.
Fire it up
sign
the
this
grill.
Paperwork.
Yeah, that's what I say.
I do want to eat giraffe neck. I don't know why, but
why?
Yeah, I want to try that giraffe neck.
Giraffe tongue. Probably.
I really think that'd be good. I bet it's like lean and muscly.
Yeah, probably not that great. I could see why the novelty. I could see that. Yeah.
I want it on a spit roast, but it has to be the whole neck. So I do need like a pretty beefy spit roast.
But you leave the head on, and they have those massive tongues, and it's just going round, and it's going as it goes round.
Why?
It's like a cartoon in my brain. I don't know. Mike, before we get out of here for the first segment, because it was your birthday, wanted to educate us on some birthday traditions from around the world.
Yeah.
Do you want to do that before we get out of here for the first segment?
Yeah, guys. So, considering it was my birthday this week, turned 39, I wanted to look out what kind of things what kind of things are people doing around the world for their birthdays? Because I know what we do here in the States. Everybody goes out, gets real liquored up, and has some food, and they do dumb shit with their friends, and it's
you get a BJ if you're lucky.
Yeah, if you're a real lucky jamoke, you get a little pee-pee touch, and you're all good for another year. But I wondered what they did in other countries around the world, so I got to looking, and I'm going to go over some birthday traditions from not America, non-American traditions.
Okay.
So we're going to start out. There were some broad ones that I kind of thought were pretty interesting, like a lot of your Asian countries, your Chinas, your like Thailands, your Koreas and stuff like that. They celebrate the Lunar New Year. But the interesting thing is that they don't really celebrate individuals' birthdays. Everybody just kind of collectively gets older on Lunar New Year, and that's your party, and that's the celebration.
Communists.
Kind of. Yeah, it's kind of, it does
the
seem
greater
like
good and all that, I get it.
Now, moving on over to a little place we like to call Italy. In Italy, guys, when a person gives you a present, you're really not supposed to like, oh, thank you, and then go put it with your other presents until there's like a designated present opening time. Apparently in Italy, if you don't open that bad boy in front of that person right there, you're a dickhead.
I agree with this. I have always abided by that when someone gives me a present, it's right then and there. You open it right then and there. You don't fucking, I'll save this for later. No. I'm with the Italians on this one.
I want to show these people like, oh shit, like I did want this. Like this is crazy. You guys are so sweet. I love you. Thank you so much.
Yeah, I'm with that. That's a good rule.
Right. And you know, there's also there's a weirder tradition that I do not think would go over well here in America. And that is in a lot of European countries, guys, when you go out for your birthday and you bring your friends and family, the birthday boy or the birthday girl is the one on the hook.
Oh, they pay for it.
It's not your family taking you out. You take your family out as a way of saying like, hey, thanks for being here with me. And
I kind of like that too. Because
I don't hate it.
You know, like at that point, it's like, here's the deal. Sometimes, say someone has like a birthday celebration and they invite all of the acquaintances from work or whatever, and everybody feels the need to chip in. I didn't really want to go, but okay, whatever, right? Now, if it's the other way around, now you're the one having to pay. You're not going to invite everybody and their mother. You're only going to invite people super special to you, right? Exactly. And if they're super special to you, then yes, you should be prepared to fit the bill. I don't mind that. I can see the logic in that.
Yeah. I thought that was kind of like a pretty sick thing to do, that it was like, okay, you guys, I will pick the people I want to come celebrate my birthday with me. Because
and then it's more of an honor for those and those people like would feel more of it's like an honor to get invited to that, right? Because they know they're not going to have to pay for their meal. And they're obviously someone special to you. So like, okay, that they would feel better about that. And you don't have that thing that happens to all of us. Let's just be honest. It happens with weddings. It happens with birthdays. It happens to anybody that's having a birthday or a party, or even maybe if someone's in a band, right? Like, oh, come see my show or whatever. And you don't really want to go. You know, like you like the guy enough, but it's like, I don't really want to go to that, you know?
Well,
you eliminate that altogether.
Yeah, and on top of like now I'm going to something I'm not 100% sold on. On top of all that, I have to spend a bunch of money when I go out now.
Yeah.
Golly, like I probably got to buy this person a beer now that we're out.
Right.
I have to take a portion of the bill, and
I'll get the tip, whatever, something like that at least.
Yeah, and I mean, you see tons of it on the internet now where it's like, oh, you know, I went out and brought like 10 friends, and now I expect somebody to pay this bill.
Yeah, that's bullshit. Yeah.
So moving on, guys. We're gonna move back to the Asian countries, to our good friend Japan.
Right.
And this is more of an age specific birthday thing, but in Japan, people, men and women in their 20, when they hit 20 over there, it from what I could read, seems to kind of be like you're an adult now.
Okay.
You're 20 and you're an adult. So everyone, all the 20-year-olds get together on their, they kind of do it on one specific day. Cause again, they're kind of more of a culture that is like, we don't celebrate individualized birthdays as much.
Yeah. Individualism is a more Western concept for sure.
Right. So everybody on this specific day, for all the 20-year-olds, they go to the town hall or the town meeting center where they're having speeches and where it's kind of like a kind of a celebration right there. But it's also, they give a big speech about how, hey, listen, you're an adult now. Like, you need to get your shit together. You're an adult. Welcome to adulthood. Now go and be like prosperous. And then everyone goes out together and celebrates for their 20th birthday.
I don't mind that.
Yeah. I mean, it does kind of give you a little more, hey, as a nation, we're looking at you now to...
I also like that it's 20 years old is about the right age, too. I think 18 in a lot of cases, like adults here, right? Like 18-year-old, you're an adult, right? I honestly think in some cases, you're still a baby at 18. Like, name me
kind of young and dumb.
Most 18-year-olds are you go to college, right? But it's being subsidized by a scholarship or your parents, or, like you're living at home with mom and dad. Like, you're not really an adult. I mean, I can honestly say, I mean, I went to college at 17, and moved out of the house, but I wasn't a fucking adult. You know what I mean? Like, it took me years. I mean, I probably still wasn't an adult until I was probably 25,
Right.
if I'm being completely honest. So I think 20, like, that's actually a nice age. And then you get, like, I think then you have, like, other cultures which do it way too young. Because I think, isn't the idea of, like, a quinceañera is, like, that's, like,
You're almost womanhood.
right.
I mean, the Jewish faith does it at 13.
Yeah.
You're a man at 13.
Yeah,
in
it's
Jewish
bullshit.
faith.
That's way too young. It's way too young. Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, we'll move on. Move to our good friends Germany. Another age-related.
Not
thing,
my
but
good
this-
friends.
Hey, calm down. So
No sense of
What-
humor, those Germans. Oh, fucking hell.
So it's an older tradition in Germany for men who were still single on their 30th birthday. They would head out to City Hall and they would take a broom and a dress, and they would dress and drag and sweep the town hall steps until they could find a virgin to kiss.
Well,
For fuck's
that
sake.
sounds very creepy in German. So that's once again, yes, normal people 1, German 0. Germany, you get it together. Just get it together.
So now it's been slightly modernized, fortunately, because now single men and women spend their 30th, if they're unmarried, drinking cheap booze with their friends and sweeping their own steps or doing chores to prove that they are marriage material.
Sounds very German, and it sounds, apart from it sounds, lacking of creativity and pretty.
It's kind of cute.
No, it's not. I mean, the drinking with the friends and whatever, that's just what every single loser 30-year-old does anywhere, right? Like,
Yeah.
on the 30th birthday.
So, my last little birthday fact that I found was a fun one, and this is probably the most interesting birthday fact I found. But everybody's familiar with the island of Malta, right?
I know the island of Malta. Yeah,
We've all heard about Malta.
yeah. Ask me to point on it. Ask me to pull it up on a map. It might take me a little while.
Yeah, I'd have to look.
It's like
for a minute.
Mediterranean, right? Somewhere in that region, somewhere over there.
I think so.
Yeah.
Sounds kind of correct. But anyways, guys, at in Malta,
Mm.
there's an event that takes place on your child's first birthday. It's called the Cusikja.
Mm. Mm.
Is it a blowjob?
Nope. Why would there be a
one-year-old
blowjob at a
BJ
1-year-old
Ty.
birthday party?
That's sick. You're
I
a
was
sick.
pretty sure that's where you were going. I don't know why.
You're
but
sick.
So, anyways, at some point in your 1-year-old's birthday party, you take all these items, and you lay them out on the floor, and then you put the baby on the floor. And I mean, you could have all kinds of things,
Like
You could
toys
put
and
books.
stuff, or like.
No, it's like you put out like a ball, and you put out a textbook, and you put out, a coloring book, stuff like that. And then you let your baby, whatever your baby crawls to, is kind of like a depiction of like,
Oh, that's what they're gonna be when they're older, type thing.
yeah, if you
They're
put
gonna be the
coloring-
athlete if they pick the ball, if they pick
Yeah.
the.
Why did I think this is going to be the most horrible thing you ever said? I don't know why I went that way.
Because
But
you're a horrible person. You're a degenerate.
okay.
And I do like to swerve you guys pretty regularly with the
Yeah.
old nicety. But yeah, so maybe it's basically like baby gambling, where you're betting on what your baby's gonna
Baby
turn out to be.
gambling.
I like a good baby gamble.
Can we have a smoking pit of Chinese men just betting on babies?
Oh, I do like that idea.
I mean,
I like that too. I like that.
what
too.
are the normal options for the baby? Or is it not normal? Do they pick what they want?
Well, and, you put out like a textbook so that maybe you're like, oh, my baby will go to college. or the ball is like, oh, my baby will grow up to be an athlete and like be
So
successful.
you can do whatever you want. You can manipulate their future from the beginning.
Yeah, I think kind of like if you don't want your kid to grow up to be like a dancer or like that you don't put like a record out there, but if you want to be a musician, you put like a guitar out there.
My pa always told me I'd be good at guitar. Bing, 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 bing.
Yeah. Ty's parents did that with him, and they put out a cupcake and a mattress, and he took the cupcake to the mattress and lay down, and that's that was his future.
Oh man, our son's gonna have lazy diabetes.
Yeah, lazy diabetes, Ty.
What a great life.
I did pull up where Malta is, and it's in the middle of the Mediterranean Sea. Guess what 2 countries it's in between?
Greece and Turkey.
False. That was a good guess.
I didn't get one right.
That was a good. No. I mean, Greece is sort of close to it, but I'm talking about like the 2 closest countries. Italy on the board. Yeah. And in the middle of the Mediterranean,
Sicily.
That's Sicily is part of Italy, I believe.
Chimichanga.
I don't know. Iraq, Iran.
That's fucking Libya, you idiots.
Albania.
How did you not know Libya?
I mean, that's
one of those African countries. Africa's so big.
I like Malta's like right in the middle of the Mediterranean too, right? But it is classified as part of Europe. And like they were like, nah, we're not African. Like we're not. No.
We're not letting them be part of Africa.
We're here. Mediterranean. Good. It's nice over there. I'm.
And guys, that was birthdays around the world.
There you go. I gave you an air horn. How about that?
Pretty good. Pretty good.
Yeah, dude, I like that. You know what we'll do though? We'll reset because I need pee, and it's been a long segment anyway. So we'll come back and we'll do.
Need it?
You need it.
I need to pee. I need.
You said you needed pee.
Yeah,
that's what you said.
That's going to relate to one of the clips later on. As a matter of fact.
Oh God,
we will be doing some clips. Like I said, we got to do some Oh No Show and Tell in the second segment, and we may even throw in a little bit of an old favorite with the good old Oh No casting couch. So stick around if you are on Twitch. If not, you will get your Oh No second dose of the week with Oh No 2.0 later on the podcast feed. So
spread your cheeks.
Yeah. Let's put on some tunes here. And guys, thank you for sticking around for another rousing edition of Oh No Radio Show, complete with cannibalism. And we will be back in just a few minutes. Twitch.tv/ONRS live, Patreon.com/ONRS, 407-906-6466 if you ever want to leave us a voicemail. And ONRadioshow.com. Boys, what do we say we get out of here for the first segment? Fuck your
dreams. Fuck your dreams.
Yeah. Welcome back to the second segment of the week for you of Ono Radio Show. It's Ono 2.0. My name's Owen. I'm here with Mikey. I'm here with Ty. And we got a lot to cover, so we need to get right into it. We did a pretty long first, episode this week, so now we got to get going. We got to move through these things, boys. Did learn something, though, this week. Tell me if you guys knew this, or if, this was something that, I don't know if this is general knowledge, or I'm just an idiot.
Is Owen dumb?
Yeah. So, when, people ask you to make, your Mount Rushmore of movies, or, the general term, Mount Rushmore, right?
Yeah.
What does that mean to you when I say, hey, Ty, pick your, give me your Mount Rushmore of your favorite comedians?
All right. So, in my mind, and my mind is kind of wild, if you're comedians, it doesn't matter what the subject is. You're telling me to make the Mount Rushmore.
Of any, it can be of anything, right? Yeah.
These four things.
The rules.
It's four.
It's four.
You can't add any more or less than four.
That's correct.
These have to be pillars of society, pillars of comedy if you're doing comedy, pillars of film if you're doing film.
All right.
That could mean a lot. That's too general, but it has to be four important figures that have shaped that art form or whatever the subject may be.
So that is generally what I think most people think of. I think that's a great, answer, and a great thing of what most people think that the Mount Rushmore is.
Right.
But there's actually another component to it, which I never really thought of until recently, and until it was kind of pointed out to me. Someone was discussing, we get this all the time in wrestling fandom. What are your Mount Rushmore of wrestlers, right? That happens very consistently, but everybody gets it wrong. And I'll tell you why, because it's all based in eras. And hear me out. So on our Mount Rushmore in America, it's George Washington, Jefferson, Roosevelt, and Lincoln. They all come from vastly different eras. And it's who was the most important person from this era or this time frame? Then the most important person from this era and this time frame. So it's not necessarily the four most important people of all time. It's based on a timeline. So to do a true Mount Rushmore, it's actually you're picking the most, for instance, for say do a Mount Rushmore of comedy movies. Right. Well, then you'd have to go back to the beginning of film, and it'd probably be some Charlie Chaplin. Right. And then you'd get into the 70s or something like that, where you'd maybe have Richard Pryor, and then you'd have further on down the line maybe an Eddie Murphy, or
also not funny.
Point being, though, that's how a traditional Mount Rushmore is supposed to be done. I did not know that until this past week. Did you guys know that?
I always kind of took it as give me your top four.
I think that's what most people associate it with.
I mean, weren't Washington and Jefferson fairly close?
I don't think so. So Washington,
the first.
Yeah,
Washington.
Yeah, the first guy. I mean, he's got to be on there though, right? He was in office from 1798 until 1799. Okay, so he didn't have a long run there, right? But then you got Jefferson, and he was
1801 to 1809.
1801 to 1809. So
I want to say he was next. Wasn't he next?
no, Adams was after him. He was
Oh,
so
that's
so
right.
Jefferson was
That's right.
Jefferson was the third president. So those two are fairly close together.
That's what I
Yes,
mean.
you're
That's
right.
why I'm discerning it, just because that's not a different fucking era. That's like
It
very
is.
relevant.
I mean, those two, yeah, but then you got Roosevelt, 1901 to 1909, and then Abraham Lincoln. He's what, like the 15th or something?
16th president.
So yeah, he's 1861 to 1865. So the first two, I'll give you, they are pretty close in that way.
This is so the only reason I say it like that, like I just think it's four important figures that have. I don't think it's era based. I don't
I think
like
it's
that
supposed
argument.
to be. I think it was supposed to be.
I don't. That's just me.
Well, maybe my whole
I
point's
would-
invalid then.
In looking at the presidential like lineup chronologically, there were a lot of presidents in the beginning of the presidency that were serving 2 terms.
Right.
Yeah, it happened a fair amount.
Yeah, it seems like, in the first probably like 10 to 15 people who were president, almost all of them got second terms. And then there was also a lot of these like weird people people must have just been fucking dying off.
That also happened.
Yeah.
Because you got a lot of presidents who served like odd number year terms, like Andrew Jackson serves in totality 8 years, but it's like he serves 3 different terms as president because he like fills in for Adams when Adams dies, and then boop, he's president for extra like year.
Who's the one that had the duel? Wasn't it Jefferson and Adams that had was it them? One of them had a duel and died. Right?
I'm looking it up right now.
I don't know. I'm not American.
There are multiple matches for duels involving prominent figures in American history, involving Alexander Hamilton and Andrew Jackson. Bam.
Yeah, it was yeah. Who's the one that died? One of them died in a duel, I want to say, didn't he?
Damn, it must have been Aaron Burr.
That's who it was him. Yeah, that's who it was.
Okay, so also when how Google now gives you like an AI answer before
I don't know if I like it. I don't like it.
It says down here at the bottom of its little AI overview, dueling was technically illegal in the United States during the dueling era, which lasted until the Civil War.
Wait a minute. It's called the dueling era.
You can't outlaw dueling and still be like, we're in the heights of the dueling era. Like, bitch, you made it illegal.
Right?
Bro, but this also up until the Civil War. So that means at some point,
Mikey, your microphone's going banana.
What the fuck was that?
Your microphone is going banana. I don't know what it is.
I think it's back. Is it better now?
Yeah, it's fine now.
I wanted to do it again. Can you make it happen?
No, I don't know how to control that.
Is the Hat Man? I think the Hat Man's over there.
The Hat Man.
I've been taking too much Benadryl. Me and Hat Man are doing the
homeboys drilled.
Yeah, bro, I got some drill. You want to come by?
That's awesome. Man. What were you saying though? Something about that duel.
Yeah, I was saying, like, dude, how bad would it suck to get killed in the non-dueling era by duel?
Yeah, right.
Not even cool anymore.
Yeah, this is passe. This is old news. Now you
got a bunch of antiques out there dueling the streets.
Yeah, no.
You just got shot. Your dying words are like, man, this shit's not even cool anymore.
Yeah, we're in the dysentery era, motherfucker. Like, this is, come on, get it together. Can you give someone dysentery? I guess probably like shit in their mouth or something, right?
I guess they could come in contact like with your fecal matter.
Yeah, Vince McMahon, you get McMahoned. And that's how you get the dysentery.
Well, it also says that if the dueling era lasted until the Civil War, Imagine what kind of guns they had pre-Civil War, bro. You're getting dueled with a literal one-shot pistol.
Yeah, it's like it was like a ball, right? Like what do you call that thing? The ball? I don't know. Musket ball? I mean, or there's a pistol shot or something. Like there's a ball.
Yeah,
there's a little ball.
It's basically like a little ball that you're getting. Bro, it rips like a hole in your chest, my guy.
That's got to be worse than getting shot with a modern bullet, right?
Oh, 100%. Because like a modern bullet has rifling, and depending on the caliber of bullet you get shot with, like it does a bunch of different things. Like it could do a ton of different things.
But and you can buy those fucking like eagle claw fuckers that like spread when they hit you.
They got all sorts of stuff now. Yeah, they're like, I mean, there's some stuff that's illegal in war, right? Because it's just so fucking brutal. Like, but yeah, like there's ones that like, yeah, you shoot and then they explode, right? Like they got that.
They expand and explode.
Yeah, so it's like shrapnel almost. Like
the hollow point round is built the whole front of that bullet like collapses and spreads out and like blows a giant hole out the back of you.
Yeah,
I've gotten rid of almost all of my gun shit, but I still have a box of hollow points somewhere.
You know what I liked, and I always wondered, was it like a real thing? Was I remember in like Western movies, the guy would take the I think it was a shotgun shell, or maybe it was just a regular bullet, but they would take their knife and they would put an X in the back of it.
That was basically like early hollow.
That's what I was thinking, right? Like that was the idea, is that it would like when it like exploded, it would.
You're making it easier for
the cowboy does that. The cowboy does that to make it clear to the audience he wants this motherfucker dead.
Oh, this is kill shot town. He's going to murder somebody.
Did that work though? You think?
Yeah.
Of course it did.
Yeah, I mean, a lot.
Well, because so normally the bullet would just kind of like collapse on itself and just become like a smaller or just stubbier, slightly rounder version of itself. But if you scored the top well enough, though, when they would hit, those pieces would basically like flange open.
Yeah.
And make like a big cutting, basically turns into a cutting tool that now rips through your body.
That's got to feel good. Jeez.
But guns were also notoriously inaccurate and
backfired and break all the time.
The gun tech
jam up.
Ammo was so cheap because it was just all garbage. Like you had to be spending a lot of just like nowadays. Guns are so much better, but like, back in that day, like there's no rifling on some of those guns. Well, ball comes out and you hope it goes
right
where you shot it.
I think there were degrees of it, obviously, as like technology progressed, but everything in the early days would have been like hand tooled. Right. So like you're at the mercy of how well it was hand tooled. It wasn't like printed or done in mass, like for a factory. Like when that started happening, then you had standardization in like the armies and what have you. Right. So that became a thing. But like in the early days, they were all, I think, made by hand. I think I've heard it even talked like kind of like clockmakers. Clockmakers could make guns because they had like a lot of the filing tools and a lot of like that same kind of thing. Right. So you had like you have a fine Swiss watch or whatever, like those expert like dudes that make those, right? It was like the same thing with guns, because then you saw like, you ever see those like super elaborate royal like pistols and stuff? Like they were made by some French dude or Swiss dude or whatever, and then they're ornate as hell. But I actually think that those were manufactured to such a high quality as well. Like those things probably were a lot more accurate than the equivalent of the $200 gun today or something. You know what I mean? Like it was, there were probably degrees of it.
What I'm saying is the equivalent, the $200 gun today and the $800. So you buy 2 pistols. You buy a $200 pistol, and you buy an $800.
By the way, I
pistol.
just threw that number out there because I have no idea about guns. What is like the cheapest gun that you buy? It's
you're
about
probably,
$200, I would think, right? Something like that.
Maybe 3, like a small handgun.
Yeah.
Like a really poorly made, like just cheap.
Yeah. Could I get one at the pawn shop for $200? Is that
easy? Probably. Maybe. More than likely.
Pretty close.
Something like that.
The number doesn't really matter.
But you understand why I was just throwing that out because I don't have a good barometer for gun prices.
So what I'm saying is nowadays the difference between the $200 gun and the $800 gun is a lot closer than in the old West or even free times, where if you bought the cheapest gun on the market, it's liable to literally blow up in your hand.
Yeah. Probably gonna lose a hand if it's like that shitty.
Yeah. Whereas the $800 gun of the Civil War time, man, it was probably one, you'd never afford it. You had to be like a royal, like you said, but it was also
a bank robber or something, probably. Yeah,
it was engineered to be like a really solid, super good gun back in the day. I think nowadays the bottom, like the floor and the ceiling of the market are closer in usability than back then, of course.
How the fuck do we get on this topic? Oh, Jesus. I don't know. Mount Rushmore, dueling. God damn, we went all over the place with that. We will move on, though, because it's time that we play. That is not really play, but it's time for this week's Oh No Show and Tell. Yay! This week, guys. This track goes hard. I don't care what anybody says. This week, I asked you guys to bring in, what was the exact wording of this one? The object you would most like to show to an alien. Alien comes down. You get to show him one thing. What are you showing him, guys?
I mean, I can start if you're ready.
Yeah, let's go for it, Mike.
All right, so you know how I like to do this. I usually have the one I thought about but then didn't pick.
Yeah.
Same.
Cell phone. I was like, man, I would probably show an alien my cell phone. Like they'd be
like,
like, hey, look, man, with this thing I can call literally anybody anywhere on the planet.
Like, why do you need to call? We have telepathy or whatever, right?
Well, we don't.
Yeah. So this is our telepathy. I mean, that might be educational to them. I can see that as well. You know, they're like, so this is your technology. It's, it's a piece of shit compared to what we got, but good to know. Good to know. That's where you're at.
But then I thought, like, bro, that's not me. I wouldn't be trying to show the aliens anything useful.
Michelangelo.
Yeah.
I'd want to show them this stuff right here.
What is that?
Marijuana.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, God damn it.
I knew you. All of us, like, that's what Ty was going to do, and it was my second one, was that as well.
No, it was my first, bro.
I mean, I'll bust out the budsies.
Yeah.
Yeah, dog. I want to show them aliens weed.
What
dude.
if they're them grays that have no noses and they're like, hey, smell it? And you're like, no.
No, I tell them I'll be like, bro, this little plant right here, you break it up and you smoke it, and it makes life better.
Yeah, you got an alien to smoke some weed with you?
Yeah, I'll burn a bowl with an alien in a heartbeat. That sounds like a great time.
Bro, I'd probably give him a little bit to take with him.
Yeah, absolutely. And then I would have brought my dabber over there, but that's more difficult to move over.
That might freak them out.
We'll start with the plan. We'll move on from there.
Yeah. So you were gonna do the same one, Ty. That was your
and also my dick, but I knew I couldn't do my dick again.
And it's not really allowed here on the interwebs to do that on Twitch. You know, I don't know.
On the Patreon, though, watch out for Ty's
I mean,
dick.
if you want to put a picture of your dick on the Patreon and put a price on it, we can do that. But I'm taking some of the money.
Yeah. 50 $50 a dick pic, but Owen gets $49.
Yeah, I get 40 of it because I'm facilitating the deal. But we can do that.
Facilitating the dick.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't
cool.
matter. It's so you basically don't have one because Mikey had the same one as you.
I call bullshit, Mikey.
and you guys.
Why I went first, dude?
Bullshit.
So you didn't. I mean, I guess I didn't give you much time on this one, so it's fair enough. Maybe we'll revisit this topic.
It's difficult though. The topic is not. I mean, I don't know. Weed really probably would be on my list, but
I mean, honestly, I'd like to give him a beer, right? Hey, they're like poison, probably.
I'd like to give him some mushrooms, but I think that's too much too soon.
Yeah, you could do that. You could.
So wait, have we all just decided to give the
drugs.
aliens
get on the aliens? Yeah. I think it says something about us. I was also then thinking, I'm like, what if you showed him like something super simple, the elemental, that wouldn't confuse him too much, sort of thing. So I was like, what if you just showed him a lighter, right? Like, this is a thing that we have. And they probably laugh at it, right? It'd be like a kid's toy, or like, if they're super advanced and all that, like the thing of fire.
No,
but it would be also
lighter.
Demonstrating how important fire is to humans, right?
Yeah, but they pull out one that mine has a small micro sun in it.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty cool.
You get one and it lasts your whole life, and
They give it to you when you are a young Glaxon.
And once upon a time, when we had space money, they would cost almost nothing. But now we have eliminated all forms of currency.
Everything is free.
Yeah, I think that's it.
And I'm like, damn, even bitches. And he goes, especially bitches. And I'm like, damn, y'all have bitches. And he's like,
oh, we
of
have
course.
Bitches. Oh, yeah.
So many bitches.
We have seen 1,000 galactic civilizations, and they all have bitches.
I've always thought about this too with aliens, right? Like, what if they're like the Greys and they can talk to us? They're having this conversation with us, and they do have like superior tech in every way, and their culture seems like super advanced because they've been around longer than us and all that sort of stuff, right? But then they have one just like really awful trait. Like, they're just racist for some reason. Like, they just hate like black people or something, right? They just don't they have
we have black people on our planet and they are just as bad. And you're like, whoa,
wait.
Where did that even come from?
Come on, Zindu. Like, you can't be talking like that around here.
He's like, no, listen, we're just Earth in 4,000 years and they still have black people. It's grays and blacks now.
I also think that there probably would be really like ghetto aliens too, and those are probably the ones that like end up here. They're like the ghetto, like hood, like kind of like they're the outcast aliens, right? They're almost country bumpkin, but they have face tattoo. They're like face tattoo aliens. You know what I mean? Like they're like,
whoa, alien, did you get a face tattoo? Like, yeah, I wish someone would have told me I couldn't get a space job with a face tattoo. I'm like, oh man, they're still not letting you guys get jobs. That happens here too, actually. Yeah. You can't get a job with a face tattoo.
They don't need, but they don't need jobs. They have no currency anymore. They've
you still have a job.
Yeah,
that's why
jobs are for fun. Jobs are for fun now. They're like sport to them. Like
he's like, they won't hire me anywhere. I'm so bored. Like, man, jobs here suck, alien. He's like, no, jobs are a source of pride on my planet.
And then you get all of him and his alien buddies to come here and work for us, and then for free, and then we, live happily ever after.
Yeah, let's as soon as the aliens show up, subjugate them.
Yeah,
why not?
Yeah, let's get them a W-2 to Burger King and
Oh,
sign
God,
here.
you're gonna make them work at the BK
They love it at
Lounge?
the Burger King. Aliens know. They
Bring back the gold ashtrays, and we're like, damn, Burger King's actually looking
oh,
up.
Man, look at Burger King. It's fucking because they run all their analytics and they figure out exactly what to like kind of like zone in on because they're super smart with that. And then they like Burger King becomes the most popular restaurant in the world because of like how good and quality it is now. And it's like all of a sudden it's like gourmet.
Like Taco Bell and Demolition Man.
Our understanding of Kings is that it needs to be of a certain quality and prestige. Therefore, we used our mindset to elevate the brand for the population of Earth, something like that. And then they had a lot of market research done because they got millions of years of this.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
It turns out they're all just like real serious 80s dudes, and they're like, we got to get in there. We got to dominate the market. Superior qualities.
So I was hoping that maybe, Ty would have had one that was different than yours, but things happen.
I'm mad.
And in my scenario though, me and the alien have we've had a little bit of a chat for like a minute or two, and they're like, "Hey, you an alien?" And he's like, "Yeah." And I'm like, "I'm a human. You get that?" He's like, yeah, you're a human. Okay, cool. Then like we can talk or whatever. He's like, "Yeah, I understand you," and like, "Yeah, all right, we got it." And like, "Okay, cool. So like, what's going on? Why you here?" And he's like, "Well, just kind of here checking things out, seeing what you humans are all about, right?" He's like, "I don't know much about you, And I'd be like, "Okay, so hang on, alien."
Oh. Owen should not be our ambassador.
Yeah, this is a bad choice.
I'm like, "Alien, you know what they think about you? You know what they think you look like here
This
on
is a bad.
here
This
on
is bad
Earth?
already.
You know what they think?" And then I'll show him my Worf figure, my my Worf, and I'll be like, "Alien, this is what they think you look like. Worf, they think you look. See the Worf?
Like a sexy beast? What do you mean?
I mean, this
Like
is
a
what
thick man warrior.
And I can see him hit the figure and looking at his hairline and being confused and looking at the Klingon nature of his brow.
That bulge he's sporting.
Mm-hmm. And this is, yes, Worf from the new generation of Star Trek.
Kind of the old generation now, if we're being honest.
I would do it as
I
a
think
joke.
You meant the next generation.
That one. Yeah, that one. The new generation is wrestling. Yeah, but I'd show him that. And I just want to see, it's like a prank. I want to see his reaction. Does he get mad at the Worf? Does he?
What if he doesn't know, because he doesn't know that you're like showing him that, like, yeah, we think this is what you look like.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm doing. I'm fucking with him, right? I'm fucking with him. And then I would try and explain the joke later, but he won't get it, and he'll still be confused. And I'm like, you look
the
like
alien then goes back to his crew, wherever it is, in orbit and shit. He's just like, yeah, I went down there. It's gonna give him the secrets to life and fucking evolution and being like enlightened and shit. But it's kind of weird. Let's just go.
And they think that we are like this because let's be honest, Worf is atrocious looking.
Get out of here. Worf is a handsome beast.
Worf is grotesque.
Worf is awesome. He's a sex symbol.
All Klingons are by nature grotesque.
Man, there's hot Worf ladies too.
Where do you stand on this, Mike?
He's definitely not like the growth. I mean, if you look at Deep Space Nine, the Ferengi definitely look worse than.
Oh,
yeah, those
Ferengi funky.
Yeah, those things are definitely grosser. I remember the Ferengi. Yeah, those things are grosser.
Yeah, but they get wild.
Well, they get wild for money.
Wow.
Yeah, are they an amalgamation of something?
God damn it.
Oh.
Now we're into Star Trek racism.
You knew what I meant. I'm not gonna say it, but
You're breaking new ground.
You guys know You guys know what was going. But no, seriously, yeah. It could go one of two ways. He could then be like, he could be mad at the Klingon. He could find humor in the Klingon. But I would still like, we become buddies, but I'd still rag on him about looking like a Klingon, even though he wouldn't look anything like a Klingon in my mind. I think an alien buddy would be kind of cool to have around.
Yeah.
I bet they smell weird though. To our senses.
If I could get one of them good-looking Bajorans.
What are the Nordic ones? The tall Nordics?
No, they just got they got the little nose ridge.
Like they just need a rhinoplasty.
Yeah, they just need a little nose. No, I wanna rub my dick on the ridge.
Oh, weird ass ridge.
Why is it weird? It's a nice
I didn't
ridge.
say it was weird. I'm saying it'd be the same thing with like the Klingon. I definitely want to put my dick on the ridge.
I mean, I guess I gotta see the alien. I don't know. I don't know if that's natural. Now we're banging aliens? Where does it stop? Can we
Where does it stop, sir?
Why wouldn't we be banging aliens?
I mean, first gay dudes came out. Then there was like then trans guys got invented, right? And now we're just now it's aliens? Where does it stop?
All right, so question, Owen. Would you rather bang a gay dude, a trans dude, or an alien?
Or an alien. I don't know. I mean, one seems non.
Please explain.
No, I mean, they all seem unnatural to me. So I can't.
You have to make a choice, sir, and you have to explain your choice.
All right, the trans dude.
The trans dude.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're progressive there, bud.
You did his voice. His voice did it at the best time. What did you say, Mike?
So perfect. Mike, I know you didn't even mean it, but it was just too good.
I don't think his mic's working.
Oh, did it stop?
Yeah, it's not working at all right now. Something died.
That shit was baller.
Something died over there. I don't know what he said, but it was perfect timing. I think he was shocked at my response with saying well, see, in my mind, it's a real like pretty looking chick, but then it's got a wiener, and then I'm like, but if I don't look at that, I guess I'll let you blow me, you know.
Thank you for providing your reason.
That would be.
There he is.
Yeah, you're back. Did you hear what I said?
No.
I was saying that it would be the trans because I would hope it'd be like a real pretty lady up top, right? And then, it's got a wiener and everything. But I was saying that
it could be after op wiener, no wiener.
Oh, then definitely the trans. Yeah. I definitely. But I was just saying, like, if you hide that, like
I'm going alien right away.
What if the alien had a tight orifice? I don't know what they would consider it, whether it's their butt or their
like they might
vagina.
be. See, I think aliens might be kind of more unisex. I think they have.
There's no way to know until you check it out.
Yeah. It would be interesting because I guess,
What if they just make you come with their mind?
Oh my God.
That's
as long as I come real hard.
But what about my wiener? They're not going to.
No, they'll make it feel like it's happening to your wiener. They're just doing it with their mind.
Oh.
Sounds like a good time.
Yeah. And then yeah. I mean, yeah, I'll mess with that. That's not gay.
No, well, you don't know. What if they have a third species that isn't male or female? You fuck one of the aliens at the third species or the third sex.
Oh, and it comes out all like weird with like toenails hanging off its face or something.
No.
It's just got like a third gender.
Yeah, it's got like a vagina with with a ball on each side of the lips.
The lips are balls.
Yeah.
Oh, God. That's that mental picture is fucking weird. I don't know. Ball lips.
Can that be the second segment name?
Ball lips?
All lips.
I'm writing it down because it's definitely going in the notes. Ooh, ball lips. That's something, huh? Jesus. I need to compose myself. You know what I think it's time for?
Oh, is it time to
Tits.
bring forth the
I think we have to.
clips?
Tits.
Tips.
Tits. 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 Tits.
Talking about tips.
Yeah, Clips is the time of the show. We take a look at all the random stuff that I found on the internet this week. Do you guys have the cone of content?
Cone of
Swank
content is there.
cone.
All right, that is what I'd like to hear. Let's just get right into it. Let's do some clips here. Now, I don't know why I picked this one, but because ultimately it's a good message and it's not even a terrible commercial. But it's like a drunk driving ad from New Zealand, right? Like telling kids, it's like I think there was just a few things that, like, I don't know, they stood out to me, right? Like over here, obviously, well, number one are the accents, and like they're people from New Zealand, they're like Maoris or whatever, right? And then, yeah, their accent's always just funny to me, but it's like, all the kids that are like getting fucked up in this are like
What?
young. Like that. Like tell me, like, yeah. I don't think
Also,
the demographic was different. I think in New Zealand. Hang on.
I hope their message is also like, "Oi, mate, don't drink and drive after you've had more than 6 beers."
Yeah, it's probably
not safe.
I don't think it's that, but it's called. This is something like Be a Legend or something like that.
Be a legend.
Yeah,
Let's
is
walk
the
home.
campaign. See what you think of it. See if you found. I don't even know what is quite amusing about it, but I found something amusing about it, and I just wanted
This
to play it for
already
you.
looks like an AI generated party where
It's not-
they're holding a lamp
Yeah.
on a rod.
I think the video quality is a little shit too, so that might be part of it. But here you go.
Oh,
This is a party though.
No, George is driving. He's too wasted. I should say something, but I could look dumb in front of Monique. Bro, Monique says you're dumb, but if he crashes, I'll have to live with his family.
Puzzle time.
And if he dies, Ghost George will haunt me forever.
Grab a chip. Want a chip?
You know I can't grab your ghost chips.
Go away.
Spoon.
So already, it's basically like if your friend dies, he's gonna turn into a ghost and haunt you. And haunt you.
And you gotta go live with his parents.
What are you doing, bro?
Oh, I've been internalizing a really complicated situation in my head.
What are you on about?
I mean, like that. I don't know why that's all of this is so bizarre.
I've been fighting with some
I don't think you
internal
should drive.
demons, mate.
Nah, you're too drunk, bro. Just crash here.
Yes, crazy.
crazy.
Okay.
Stop a mate from driving drunk. Legend.
I mean, it's not a terrible commercial. Like, I'm not even poking fun at it in a weird way. It's just so, like, it's so bizarre. Like, what is this bit here? I didn't quite catch what they're doing
Live with
here.
your parents.
So, what are they saying there?
Oh, she says puzzle time.
Yeah, but I don't get
I'm
what
in front
the.
of Monique. Bro, Monique says you're dumb, but if he crashes, I'll have to live with his family.
Puzzle.
I think you'll have to live with his family. Basically,
Like, going to visit them because, like,
yeah, like
your
out of
friend
grief or something. Yeah, I think that's the inference, right?
yeah.
I don't know. I like puzzle time.
Yeah, I think that's,
Time.
And if he dies, Ghost George will haunt me forever.
Grab a chip. Want a chip? You know I can't grab your goose chips.
I do like that though.
Want a trip?
Yeah. I can't.
I want to go back so bad. Like, I got to do that shit so early. I want to go back fucking Australia.
Well, that's New Zealand, but yeah.
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 I went both.
Oh,
It
did
was
you do
fun.
both? I forgot that.
Yeah.
All right.
I also think it is quite, showing of the times, because I do remember, like, even back in the early 20s, in like my early 20s, if I was like, hey, bro, you seem kind of fucked up, people would be like, shut the fuck up.
Whatever.
I'm a ghost,
dude.
bro.
Like,
Yeah.
go fuck yourself. Like, the attitude has definitely changed to, like,
Oh, for
you're
sure.
right.
As
I
it should
probably
be.
shouldn't drive.
Yeah. Like at least sleep for a few hours, get some water in you, and like come to before you hop in the car. Yeah.
But again, I wouldn't have 2 DUIs, like, if people hadn't been like, oh, bro, Mike's cool. It's all good. He looks fine.
There's that. I think, it's also putting, like, I mean, I got one, right? And I was definitely, like, in situations where it's like, man, I didn't have any backup plan either. Like, there was no place I could have crashed unless it was in my car, or, like, and you can still get a DUI with just sleeping in your car, like, if you don't do it the right way. Like, I've heard those stories.
You guys, I started drunk driving classes, like, just recently. It's actually my 3rd week, but
yeah.
That happened to one of the guys in my class.
Yeah,
He was,
we all know one. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
it's a thing. It is fucked up, but like like in Florida,
it
you have
almost
to
sounded
literally
like he did everything right, but his BAC when they found him was wild.
You got to put like your keys in the bushes and shit. Like they've got to be in a place where you can't get to them or something like that. If you're sitting,
It's
if you're
different
in the car.
state to state, but yeah,
But something like that. Anyway, I thought that was interesting. I wanted to show you that. We were
I can't have your ghost chip.
Mikey, I'll let you have a ghost chip.
But no, the problem is I can't grab them. I look
Yeah,
like
but
a
I'll offer
frickin'
you
weird.
one. But I'll offer you one.
That's fair. I appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem, dude. Moving on, we talked about eating animals earlier this week, on the show. So I thought this was kind of appropriate to play next. Guys, this is the next level of farming. This is going to make our meats and milks and cheeses taste better. This is cow VR.
What the fuck?
Yes, the sweet sounds of a dairy plant. You may not have been to the metaverse yet, but these cows are already working there. Turkish cattle breeder is at...
Mikey, help me out with some descriptors.
Okay, so it looks like, guys, your everyday average cow farm. All the cows are lined up in their little stalls. They're your typical brown and white little moo cows. Except for one of these cows has 2 VR headsets strapped around its head. It basically has one VR headset for each eye.
We can tell they're not a good farm because they can't afford VR headsets for all the cows.
Yeah, it's only one cow gets VR.
One cow out of
like
the 10 that are there, whatever.
Yeah. And yeah, it just looks like the guy just walked up, slammed these goggles on the cow, and the cow has not stopped doing what it was doing, which was eating hay.
Munching down on its hay or whatever. Now, I got a couple. First, yes, it's hilarious that it's just the one cow that has it on, right? And they had to buy 2 Oculus headsets because their heads are so big you can only get one over one eye and one over the other eye. But that is not how those things are designed to work. Wouldn't that completely fuck up the orientation of wouldn't you be seeing double essentially, right? I think the cow is seeing double right now.
Maybe not. Maybe its brain is putting the 2 images together.
You get my point though. If you had a combined image of one Oculus on one eye and then one over the other eye, you would have a total of 4 images realistically. Because I think it's separate. It's
possibly.
I think it uses 2 images, one on each side. So you'd have it'd almost be like Spider-Man vision, but just 4 across on like a line. I don't think that like what they think they are doing in
Like
making
syncing it up.
right, or is making it like feel like it, he's in a field or whatever. I don't know that's. I don't think they're doing that. I think he's in a very confusing fucking field. Good thing cows are dumb as shit. But
yeah, what if the cows is like, whatever, there's hay in
yeah,
my
yeah,
mouth.
I think that's
shit.
Hochak outfitted his animals with virtual reality glasses to simulate vast pastures and sunny skies. In other words, Izzet says the cows feel more relaxed and are able to produce more milk because they feel like they're actually in a pasture instead of a sterile man-made facility. The VR glasses have been specially made for the bovines.
Okay, that part I didn't get. I didn't make it through all the clip to see that. They've been specially made for the bovines. You don't explain it, though.
Izzet says he came up with the idea while trying to produce...
Okay, if you look at it, though, that's different, right? Like, one looks like it's like a camera on the one.
Uh-huh.
And then the other side doesn't have, like, the camera.
Right, it does look like it's a little closed
It's closed off. So maybe one side is taking, like, the input, and then it disperses between the two. Okay, that makes more sense if they're doing it like that. I just was...
more...
In my mind, I'm like, they're just confusing the fuck more out of this cow. And they still are, right? Like, this cow knows it's not in this goddamn pasture.
Milk to compete with rising prices in Turkey. The headsets were
Dude, what if you're
originally
the
tested out in Russia
developer,
before
you're
Izzet
like,
got
oh,
his
I'm
hands on
developing
them.
VR for cows. It's going pretty well. We're gonna make them feel like they're in a pasture. This is what I went to college for.
Apparently, Ty needs to restart or something, so I got to call him back. Yeah, Ty, I'm not. I don't know. Do you need me to kick you out of the thing or something? You're still. I don't know. Something's going on with Ty. Whatever. We'll keep playing.
Ty.
He says they've been such a success, he's ordering 10 more for his herd.
Also, how weird would that be if you're just driving through the countryside and the cows are all just wearing these goggles and
All gogged up.
Yeah, but they're in like I want them to be already in this vast open field, right? Just roaming about, but they're all wearing the headsets.
Well, didn't they say it was in like Turkey? So I'm like, I assume the fields in Turkey look like garbage. And
yeah.
They're like, no, you're walking through a cool field. It's
You're
sick,
in England,
bro.
yeah. You see a lot more of that in the UK than you do here, actually. I mean, we have huge like ranches and farms and stuff, but I guess like I maybe I'm just in the city too much, but it feels like I don't see as much as when I'm in the UK. I always see like sheep fucking playing in the goddamn like hills in the like farmers' land, and like then you got like the random just like, oh, there's a fucking bunch of bulls and there's a bunch of cows and there's a bunch, like they're all just fucking.
I think the farming's more localized in the UK. It's not.
I think it is. I think
as many mass farm cattle farms. And
it exists. It just exists on such huge scale here that you don't really see it because it's like offset in like its own little areas, probably too.
Right.
That's probably right. Anyway, we'll move on.
VR
cows. Check this out. I pulled this one because I wanted to prove I'm not a horrible human being at all times, and this one it actually like tugged a little bit on my heartstrings. So there's this guy explains it all, but basically, it's a dad who has a nonverbal autistic daughter, I believe. And like, this is like, I'm all about making money. I'm all about capitalism to a degree, of course. But this is where it just gets like fucked up a little bit. Here you go.
I'm big mad. I'm an angry father. I'm a disgruntled parent, if you will. So as of today, this is my daughter's communication device, by the way. She has nonverbal autism, and this is how she speaks. This is an iPad mini, and we paid $50 for an app called TD Snap by a company called Tobii Dynavox. And I wasn't aware, but apparently on May 21st of this year, they switched from a single payment to a monthly payment plan. One of the big problems is I've been
So first off, $50 app. That's expensive, like for any app, right?
Pricey.
That's pricey. And like he just said, they switched to a pay by the month model now.
Recommending this app to hundreds of thousands of people over the last couple of years from our videos that we create. And now that app has gone subscription service. It's $10 a month. Am I going to pay it? Yes, I am. Because what has happened is it's taken away her voice. So when she says something, it no longer speaks for her. And this little speak bubble flashes up at the top. And when you tap on the speech bubble, you get this message that pops up on screen saying that they've gone to a payment plan for $10 a month.
How fucked up is this?
Ooh, that's
like
kind of fucked.
The thing just probably updates, right? It's an iPad. It's like any iPhone, or like they do their own little updates, apps update, all that. Updates to this. Daughter wakes up, nonverbal daughter, her only means of communication, goes to hit the button. Nothing happened. Like they just silenced her voice. For, you know, like, because I guarantee that's probably what happened. We'll finish the video.
Something that was originally available for the $50 that I paid. Now, the reason why perhaps that we don't have access, or we did have access to it until September 18th, is maybe because we paid the $50, right? So they're prorating it. That's the only thing I can figure out why we didn't lose access when they first launched this on May 21st. But to take away someone's voice and lock it behind a payment wall is just terrible business practice. Like, you're not Hulu, you're not Netflix. I get like your company has to make money. I totally understand that, and I support that you have to make money. But I've had a bone to pick with Toby Dynavox for a very long time because her original speech and communication device was $10,000. I was told by a representative from that company the reason why they cost so much is because that's what insurance will pay. That's what I was told in a meeting with them face to face many, many years ago. I think I haven't looked in a long time because you can't look at prices on their website. You have to request a quote because they're not forthcoming about the prices on things. I think their cheapest device is right around $5,000, and it does the same thing as this $140 iPad with just a few more bells and whistles, like larger speakers so that their voice can be louder. That voice that she can no longer use on her device. I'm so mad. She'll be able to use it in just a few seconds because I'm going to pay for that $10 a month subscription. But it is a lifelong disability that she has. So she's going to have a lifelong subscription plan of $10 a month. How do you think that's going to affect people that don't have that freedom in their monthly bills? That can't afford $10 a month. They don't watch Hulu. They don't watch.
And it won't be just $10 a month forever, will it? It'll go up, and it'll go up every so often because that's what happens. Like with all of these things, he's absolutely right too. Like this could be a lifelong subscription that they have now tied. Like this shit should be illegal.
It should, but it also, listen, they didn't do anything to you. They've effectively, you paid your $50 a month, but now they probably have more users, and $50 a month or $50 a year just doesn't cut it. Or even $50 initially just doesn't cut it.
It was a $50 one-time thing, right? Like that. It was, and now you're basically changing it to a payment, plan model. Like,
it sucks, but I mean,
what you do is you keep all those people on that app, and they remain locked in to that app. Never changes, right? It never gets updates. It never gets any better. That's what that app is now. Then you launch the whatever it is pro version or platinum version that is now the $10 a month, but it comes with constant updates. That is probably the way I would have done it if I'm that business, right? Because you don't want to, you want to keep your existing customer base happy, but there's then also incentive to, and a lot of people would, right? Because, now we're going to get like the better version and it will constantly adapt and all those types of things, right? Like, but they should have the choice. Like it shouldn't automatically stop working. That's the thing. That's the part that I think is like really fucked up is like one day that thing updated, she went to hit a button and that shit didn't work.
Yeah, that does suck. if you got no voice, and now you can't. But I think you're probably right. They should have just released like a brand new app and said like, hey, if you paid the $50, that app is going to continue to work how it works, but we're going to start working on this app.
Yeah. Let's just finish it. We're so close to the end.
Netflix. They don't have Disney Plus because they can't afford those monthly payments every month. We can afford it. Thank God we can. But it's her voice, I saw another creator talk about this. She was a speech and language pathologist, and she said it very well. You're treating the ability to communicate as if it's a luxury, not just a basic human right. And it pisses me off. I'm so mad at this company. So feel free to contact support.na@tobydynavox.com and let them know how this is just crap.
There you go. That's wanted to kind of throw that out there.
Well, I mean, it is kind of crap there, brother.
It is.
I agree.
It is. Let's lighten things up a little bit, because have you ever heard of well, I don't suppose you have, because is a brand new up and coming artist, and this is the Black Cat. Have you heard of the Black Cat?
No.
All right, check this out, man. I think you're gonna like it.
La 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 la.
Oh wow.
La 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 la. La 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 la. It's me, it's me, it's me, it's me, it's me. I'm the Black Cat.
Mikey, help me
Guys,
out.
This is literally, it looks like a man in a furry cat outfit with a Braves jersey on. But it's a
black man wearing blackface.
Yeah, it's a black man wearing a blacker face.
Yeah.
And he's got fuzzy cat ears on top. And he's just singing out in front of a graffito wall.
But he's the Black Cat. What? Look at him.
He's the Black Cat.
Watch it.
It's me, it's me, it's me, it's me, it's me. I'm the Black Cat. Who's the one that is very bad? Who's the one that is very mad? Oh, it's me.
Okay.
It's me, it's me, it's me, it's me. I'm the Black Cat. Who is the meanest cat? Not the cat in the hat.
Okay. He's not mean at all, really, to be fair.
So, sometimes I need you to help me out with rap lyrics. Like, I don't, like, it's too fast for me sometimes, and I need a little help. I'm like, I didn't get that. I didn't catch what was going on.
Uh-huh.
I don't have that problem with the Black
Yeah,
Cat.
no, this one seems pretty straightforward.
Yeah. I think I got it. I'm going to also say this. This is so terrible, it might be good.
Oh, yeah, it might have done the full
It might.
360.
Yeah. Let's see.
Oh, it's me. It's me. It's me. It's me. It's me. I'm the Black Cat. Who's the one that is very bad? Who's the one that is very mad? Oh, it's me. It's me, it's me, it's me, it's me. I'm the Black Cat. Who the meanest, the meanest, the meanest, meanest, meanest. I'm the Black Cat. Who the one that is very black? Who the one that is very bad? Yeah. Black. Not the cat in the hat. Who the one that?
I mean,
It's rough.
it's rough. Yeah.
It's not.
It's
The flow is poor. The rhyme scheme poor.
The hook's good. The hook's good.
Yeah.
The Black Cat. That part, I like that part. It's me. It's me. I like that.
It's me.
Yeah. I like that part. The rest of it, I think he might need to work on it a little bit.
Oh, it's me, it's me, it's me, it's me, it's me. I'm the black cat, who's the one that is very bad.
I think he keeps doing the same thing over and over
Pretty much.
again.
Yeah, it doesn't. There's no original
Not
lyric.
sure
after
that it has changed. I mean, yeah, you're the black cat. You told us that. He's the one that's mad. He's bad and he's mad.
He's very black.
He's very black, and he's a cat. There you go. There's that.
I'm
There
the
was-
black cat.
I keep trying to invite Ty back to the thing, but I don't know. He might have died. Anyway, last clip of the evening. This is what I was referring to earlier when we were talking about pee-pee. And, well, yeah, this is a thing that has happened.
So, David, we are here at the Folsom Street Fair, and what are you laying in right now?
Well, this is the official Folsom Street Fair pool. We provide this as a service so that people don't have to wait in line at the porta potties, and it keeps the off the street, away from the trees, and it's also fun.
I was going to say, so is it more of a cleanliness service or more of like a fun thing for you to get on?
Oh, it's mostly fun. I wouldn't be doing it if it wasn't fun. But we like to think that it's enlightening people as well.
How is it?
So at first I thought this was parody, Mike. I thought this was like some skit bit type thing. Then he starts getting the longer it goes on, he starts basically talking about how, people need to be more open with their sexual things, I guess, and not be embarrassed that they like getting peed on. And this guy is indeed at a local event in a kiddie pool, and he's openly there, yeah, you can, I think, pee on him, pee in the water, so he can just chill out in the pee. He
a little bit of pee on everything.
He likes the pee, Ty.
No, I wouldn't
Or
be doing
Mikey.
it if it wasn't fun.
Yeah.
Enlightening.
Oh, well, I mean, a lot of people have fantasies about play, and so the Yellow and Black group and some of the other groups try to educate. And we are really, one of our missions is to get more clubs and places that could provide a venue where people can do water sports. A lot of places could, but they don't think to do it.
That's a good point, because there's not too many places I go to where they have a pool that people can lay in and get urinated on.
And there are relatively few parties, particularly for mixed gender. There are men-only parties in most cities. But as far as we know, our drench parties for the Yellow and Black group are the only well-publicized parties for all genders and orientations.
And how do we find those?
Well, yellowandblack.org is my organization, and we
My
actually have a
God.
mailing list of people.
This guy is really into pee.
This dude loves pee play.
I mean, I guess no. See, here's the thing. People say yeah, do whatever you want to do as long as it doesn't hurt nobody. Yeah, and for the most part, that's fine. You're still fucking gross, bro. If you like getting shit on, then you like getting peed on. You're kind of gross, right?
Gross.
I'll say that.
We can get on to find out about them.
Yeah, I see you have business cards, but they're kind of wet.
Oh, we got dry ones over there if you want to. They're not all wet. Oh, well, I guess that's ones are. All right. I won't give you those.
That's okay. We'll remember yellowandblack.org. Now, so is it only you who can be in the pool, or can anybody?
No, absolutely. Anybody can join in. It's absolutely free to climb in. And if
Oh, good. It's free.
Oh, good.
Oh,
I
good.
thought you were I thought there was gonna be a fee to hop in the pee pool.
And he's looking surprised, that he's the only guy.
Oh, why would you think it? Why would you think it costs money to sit in the pee pool?
Yeah, well, no, he's just I don't get it. Why aren't other people in here with me right now? This is ridiculous. They're missing their opportunities at this county fair.
climb in, you are consenting for people to pee on you.
Yeah, so like you don't have to. It's sort of an understood risk that if you walk into this pool.
Yeah, it's explicit. We have a sign up with our rules. And
what are the main rules about being in the pool?
Well, main thing is that you're consenting to be pissed on. There's no charge either to climb in or to piss on people, obviously. We try to get donations from photographers, but we don't insist. And the other rules are we try to keep it off the pavement. As they say, it should be.
This is a clean piss club over here, okay? We're not
in the pool, bro.
Yeah.
Keep it in the pool.
Yeah.
In the pool. And one of the rules is that we discourage physical contact during water sports because then it becomes sex, and you're not allowed to have sex on the street here.
And I see it says if you have an open mouth, that equals what?
Well, it means I'm here to drink. I mean, I really like getting somebody to in my mouth.
Why is that not sexual?
I mean, if it's no skin to skin contact, it's just him pissing in his mouth, I guess.
So wait, if you had a really big mouth and somebody had a really little wiener, they could get it all the way in your mouth with no contact. Could they just pee freely?
I think that would be by the rules. I think that's by the rules. I don't know.
Technically cool.
I don't know.
Gulp it down. I like to say, when you have in somebody's mouth, you will never want to use porcelain again. That's mine.
See, so yeah, don't knock it till you try it. In other words.
Yeah, I mean it's fun. I mean, a lot of people get into water sports for all different reasons, whether it's dominant submission or just the eroticism of the feeling of it. Some people get into it for infantilism. That's cool too.
For what?
Infantilism.
Oh, like being treated like a baby.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's weird.
That's gross.
But most people just it's a sort of it's just kinky and it's particularly fun because it is so taboo and yet relatively safe.
Now, what about? Excuse me. Let me shift here a little bit. How do you deal with? Because I imagine women would have a harder time just because they don't have the same sort of functionality that men do.
As you saw on the rules, we actually have little devices, little cardboard devices that those equipped with vulvas can use.
Little funnel.
They're selling the pee, or they're giving out the pee cones.
They're inclusive. I like it.
Oh God.
Yeah, funnels exactly. Yeah.
Again, it's yellowandblack.org, right?
Yep. And also the House of Black Dragon. They're in Arizona. So, but they don't have a website. So,
and if you stop by Folsom Street, is there anyone who you wouldn't allow?
You shouldn't be allowed to have a website, sir.
He needs a website to organize his pee parties.
Oh, to pee on you.
There's some people I might not drink it from if I thought they were high on certain drugs that I would not want to.
Oh yeah, because I guess you could get. I don't know, meth?
Most things you can't get. Drugs are designed to be metabolized. So
filtered out.
Yeah, really. But there are people but other than that, I'll let anybody on me. That I definitely.
Well, thank you so much for talking to me. I really appreciate it. And I
come back later. Patty from the House of Black is one of the real hostesses here, and she loves to get pissed on. She only discovered it a couple of years ago at this booth, and she's.
I don't know. Do you think you could, Owen?
I don't think I could do it.
Do you think you go out and piss on that lady that's on the screen right now?
I don't think I could do it.
Become a true fan, and I think she's the first. I won't say the only woman I've ever. The only I've ever pissed on. I think is.
He doesn't look like he's a big pussy pisser.
No, No, he doesn't. I think that he likes the wieners.
Big wiener wetter.
Yeah. Thank you to I don't never even heard of it, but the Woody Show for that actually fairly well done interview with the piss guy. You know, not total shot jock, not just kind of. I mean. I saw and heard and learned more than I probably ever needed to know.
Yeah.
There you go. That was, that was clips. New lows, Mike.
we're not peeing on people, so I mean, we're
Oh.
still above that.
My camera is not adjusted for the two of us on the layouts, so I'm just fixing that real quick.
I'm gonna say,
Hey, there we go.
like a real tight shot.
Yeah, it's so big there. The things we're trying to get Ty back on. Apparently, his Wi-Fi is dropped, and all right, I'll just say, let me know if you are back.
Just let me know.
Just let me know, baby. I was gonna do casting couch, but I kind of wanted Ty to be involved in that. So what I did want to also talk to you. This is more of a Mikey specific thing, anyway. It's Mikey specific item. Maybe you saw this, maybe you didn't, but did you see that the Japan, or no, I think South Korea again, South Korea, they came out with a caffeinated ramen in a squeeze tube.
What?
Yeah.
I have not seen this.
Yeah, let me see if I can find it for you real quick. I'll share the thing. Yeah, so it's like, I think it's aimed, of course, at like gamers. You know, they got a worse problem over there than over here. Because they have all those cafes where like they play video games and then they like drop dead. Remember, you've heard those stories, right?
Oh yeah, people are dying over there while playing games all the time.
Caffeine ramen tube. Here we go. Yeah.
Is it Boing Boing?
I think it's called Boost Noodle.
I can see that one right here.
Yeah, and they made it in a squeeze tube. Here we go. I'll share it with you real quick. Just gotta do a thingy thing. Where did that go? Oh fuck. Sorry guys. Pulling up the noodles.
Pulling up these Boost noodles. We're talking about caffeinated noodles in a tube.
Yeah. You're gonna want to see this.
Squeezy nudes.
There you go. There's your squeezy nudes. See that? Look at that.
Okay.
Are you a compulsive video gamer who resents having to hit pause just to, eat? Terrible article. Boost Noodle is a new kind of ramen for players who want to eat easily with one hand while playing games. Not to get their expensive, important gaming equipment dirty and want to eat something closer to a meal rather than a jelly drink or beverage. What's a jelly drink? Resembling an astronaut meal, Boost Noodle, it's in a 16 millimeter spout pouch. It's easy to eat with one hand, contains shortcut noodles as well as roast pork, bamboo shoots intertwined with a jelly-like rich seafood and pork bone soup. Jesus. And it's by the Nippon people who make the ramens. We get over here, Nippon noodle, They're the ones that are doing it. Yeah. And yeah, it's crazy that I've never thought about like caffeinated food before either. Seems a weird, I don't know.
I'm sure it's coming down the line.
It's a weird well, it obviously is. They're already doing it with the fucking noodles.
Yeah. So I mean, I want to see the next thing that we're getting in a pouch.
No, I agree.
Squeeze me something out there, buds.
Get some caffeinated fried chicken.
Yeah, let me get a little bit in a tube.
In a tube. Just put all foods in tubes?
You could probably put most of them.
What's your number? I don't like fish in a tube. I would draw the line.
Lasagna in a tube.
Lasagna, I could see lasagna in a tube.
Lots of noodly foods, honestly.
Yeah.
Or it could be tube foods.
Bready would be a problem.
Yeah. You could probably do a mashed potato in a tube.
You could. Yeah, you could do like a cottage pie in a tube.
Oh yeah.
I think you could do that. But you can't. I don't think you can do a burger in a tube.
It'd be. I think it'd be a little too awkward unless it was just the cooked ground beef.
Then it's just cooked ground beef in a tube. It's not really a hamburger or cheeseburger, right?
That's true. Unless you dice all those things into the beef.
Hamburger helper in a tube, though.
Oh, I'd be in about that.
Yeah.
You could easily get me in on that.
Yeah. And if you can heat it up real quick, like, you know, like, and then you just got 2 hamburger helper.
Oh yeah, just like boil some water and let it like sit in some boiling water.
I'll
for
make
a
some
minute.
fancy Japanese package. You throw it in the microwave, 30 seconds, minute, you know, and then it's done. And then you
Boom,
just,
it's all
boom.
done.
Yeah. That's probably how it's going to work in the future, bro.
The future's coming, and it's gonna be food in tubes.
It is. Food and tubes.
Yeah.
Food and tubes and ball lips.
I like it. I like ball lips.
Ball lip. Do you like ball lips?
Ball lips. Big old floppy ball lip.
I don't think we're gonna get Ty back, so we'll just we'll wrap things up with a little casting couch. I think just the two of us. Just the two of us. See what we can come up with. Let me pull up this though real quick. Where is it? What's
Here
the date of
comes
this?
the casting couch.
No.
Sit down and spread those cheeks.
Here we go. Here we go. You ready?
Show us that butthole. Good.
It's casting couch. Yeah. So cast couch is where we kind of like throw things out there that we would how we would recast them if they were making a new movie today, new TV show, if they were, you know, maybe gender swapping it. We like to do that sometimes, right? Like we like to, you know, throw things out there. And it's kind of just an idea, you know, an ideas game between, you know, me and Mike and Ty or whoever else wants to play it. But casting couch this week. All right, hear me out. Hear me out. What about if we were to recast Mr. Bean?
Ooh.
Rowan Atkinson. Now, I had a secondary thought with this one, because what if we, of any era, because like if we're updating Mr. Bean, sort of has to be a British actor, right? But if we're doing like any era, could we do, who would an American Mr. Bean be?
I'd love to see Ray Romano as a Mr. Bean.
He's Beanie. He's got. I'm not a big Everybody Loves Raymond fan, but I like him okay. Like him as a comedian and actor, I don't mind too much. I don't think he's hilarious. No. But he's got a bit of a he's got a Beanie quality to him, doesn't he?
Yeah. And then I had an idea for Lady Bean, and it was Sarah Silverman.
Ooh, Lady Bean. Sarah Silverman's real good.
I figured like she's just comedically funny enough and does a little bit of physical humor. So that's kind of what you're looking for. There's no there's no voice, so it's all who does comedic humor. And if we're doing it on that premise, it's got to be Michelle McCarthy.
I was about to say her. I think she could be a good. I mean, she looks like a bean.
Yeah. She does the physical humor that you kind of need to be able to do as Bean.
I feel like we need someone super highbrow though. That you would, because Rowan Atkinson, you know, he's like Shakespearean actor really too. Like he's like on that level of like he is so versed in acting that he can play that role. Do you know what I mean? Like, and I think that's part, like he had that at the time, I think that was part of the allure of him playing such a silly, dumb character.
Yeah.
Was you had a guy that you knew that was really, really intelligent behind it. So that's the part where I'm like, all the ones that you said are really good, but are they smart enough?
And I got one to fix that.
Okay.
Andy's a Brit.
Okay.
Jimmy Carr.
Perfect.
He's New Bean.
Yeah. Yep. I'm not even gonna we talked that one out, man. Like that one. That one is that's solid as a rock, dude. Yeah, that's good. That's good. I have no complaints
Bringing
with
it
that.
home.
Yep. Good job. Good job. Way to nail it. Okay. We're gonna reboot one of the worst series of all time. We're gonna reboot Gilligan's Island. Who are we throwing in there?
All right. So, I want to do the millionaire, Mr. Howell, as John Malkovich.
Good casting. I was gonna go what's his face? Breaking Bad.
Oh, Bryan
Cranston. Yeah, I was gonna go Cranston with it.
I believe he could probably do the professor.
He might be better as the professor, yeah. Yeah. But he's in there. I think he's in there.
All right, for Ginger as the redhead, I want to use Ron Howard's daughter, Bryce Howard.
Good pick. I'm actually gonna go with the really hot chick that's the redhead from Mad Men.
Oh,
with the big titties. The really big titties. You know which one I'm talking about? Pale skin, really big titties.
Christina Hendricks.
That's the chick. Yep. Her. I'm gonna go her.
Ooh, wait.
Yeah,
I would love that.
Yeah, she's a smoke show. You could also do the wrestler Becky Lynch. I think she has enough personality for it.
Okay. Oh, so not Ginger, but Marianne, the little spunky
The
brunette.
spunky brunette one, yeah. Who do we go in?
You take that girl who starred in Wednesday, Jenny Ortega.
She could do it. Little gothy, but it works. Mila Kunis.
Oh, that'd be almost too perfect. That'd be so good.
Where
right
I
there.
go with that one, Mila Kunis. And then you got goddamn fucking
Gilligan and the Skipper.
Gilligan and the Skipper, yeah. Gilligan. Okay, hear me out on this one. He's a little old for it, admittedly. If he shaves, it's the right way to do it. Tom Green.
Oh, that'd be good. No, I like that. He's just goofy enough.
Yep.
You know exactly what you were expecting when you get this Gilligan.
Yeah. I know it's probably like if it was we were doing this 15, 20 years ago, he would have been absolutely perfect. Probably
Right.
a little past it now, but it's got to be someone like that. A Michael Cera could probably pull it off.
Right. Looks innocent enough.
Uh-huh.
Would be goofy enough.
Trying to think of who else fits the bill on that one. Sorry, my old Hollywood music is being too loud.
Oh wait, what's the kid? What's his name? It's a little like he does a little more serious stuff right now. But if you wanted to get someone who could like grow with the series, you use that kid Finn Wolfhard. He's one of the brunette kids from Stranger Things.
Yeah. He's he would work. Again, probably too old for it. And in the movie with Tom Green called Road Trip, but that super skinny guy, it's like EJ or he just looks like him to me.
DJ Qualls.
DJ Qualls. Yeah, he just looks like him to me a bit. So like he would work in my head.
Now you know who I'd love to use for the Skipper?
Yeah, who's Skipper?
Because you got to do someone a little serious. 'Cause you got to kind of be the straight man for the show.
Yep.
Nick Offerman.
Oh, perfect. That works.
Make him a nice little skipper.
Yeah. He could do it for sure. Oh, okay. Hear me out on this one. Doesn't look like him, but the fat gay dude from Modern Family would be a good Gilligan.
Okay. Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? He could he's got that innocence. He could be a good Gilligan.
Eric Stone Street.
Him. Yeah.
I could see that.
I could see him being
He'd be a chubbier Gilligan, but I could see it.
Yeah, but I think Gilligan in the modern age is probably chubbier. Like,
that's true.
You know? But yeah, okay, Skipper. Nick Offerman's a good shout. But Bryan Cranston would do it fine because he could do anything.
Oh, yeah.
What if we went a little crazy with it, though? We need a real hard ass. A real hard ass. I mean, Nick Offerman's up there, but we need like a real hard ass.
UC.
What's his name? Bardem?
Javier
Bardem as the skipper. That works. Come on. You wouldn't fuck with that dude.
No, he could do it. I could see that.
And now we're getting in our demographics. We got the Hispanic in there. We got the fatty in there.
Oh, yeah.
You know? Yeah. We don't have a black dude in there. We need... Okay.
Well, what now here's the problem. If you do the black dude, he's never getting off the island. Can't swim.
Can't swim. Is that how they get off? They don't get off that way, do they?
I think they make a boat.
Yeah. I can't remember how they do get rescued, I want to say, though, right? At the end of it, do they get rescued? I don't know. I never watched it. It wasn't that good of a show, really.
Oh, so apparently they finally make a raft and they get out and they get into the water, and then Gilligan sets the raft on fire and the Coast Guard spots them.
There you go. See, I can see Tom Green again doing something like that.
Oh, yeah.
And hear me out. Like, you want to make this a blockbuster show? Tom Green is Gilligan. John Cena is Skipper. I'm tuning into that. I'm tuning in.
I'd watch it.
You'd watch that shit.
He's been doing, and Cena's been doing so well lately with acting.
He's actually done really well. Like, you saw the movie Blockers, Cock Blockers?
Yeah, I did.
No?
No, I don't think I've seen like that it exists.
Yeah. Do yourself a favor and watch that one night with Janine when you're just like bored, like you got nothing to throw on. It's on everything. Like, you'll find it somewhere.
Right.
But that's one, if you come across it, it's just like, yeah, don't ever expect too much from it, but you'll be like, you know what? That was worth my hour and a half or whatever it is. And yeah, Cena's like the nerd dad in it. You know, he's like the New Balance wearing tuck polo shirt in, you know, to his jean shorts or khaki shorts and whatever. Like, yeah.
He's a dork.
He's a dork. Yeah, he's a dork nerd dad. And it's actually, yeah, he does a really good job in it. All right, one last one here, and I think we probably need to, give this one some special attention since it's a movie that has just kind of come out with the sequel has, with Beetlejuice. But what if we were to recast? Because Michael Keaton, of course, still Beetlejuice.
Yeah, somehow.
Who would take the mantle of Beetlejuice?
That's a tough one.
I got mine. I'll give it to you.
Go.
I want to see Louis C.K. as Beetlejuice.
Ooh. That'd be a tough juice. I mean, he would. That'd be a tough juicing.
I just think it would be so funny because he's such a vile character, and how like the whole thing with, you know, CK and all the stuff that came out about him, right?
Yeah.
Like, I just think it would be like the ultimate fuck you in a weird way because he's like.
I have another better comedian who I think was kind of around the same time.
Okay.
I want to see Seinfeld Beetlejuice.
He's not gross enough. He's too clean. That's his problem. Beetlejuice needs to be a little gross, right?
Okay.
No, I'm shooting that one down. Could he play it? Yeah, but he's like neurotic Beetlejuice. I don't need to see Larry David Beetlejuice, you know? Like I don't need
I kind of want Larry David.
That is kind of funny, but Larry David Beetlejuice, he's like grossed out by himself, like you know. But that's a different movie. Yeah, you need kind of like a man's man a little bit. You need okay. He's the type of guy, Beetlejuice is the type of guy that farts and smells his own fart. Oh, you know what I mean? But deliberately smells his own fart. Like that's the sort of, it's a little gross out, right? Like we need, who is that person now even? I don't even know if we have one.
Do we have a gross comedian? I mean, we've got some comedians that are shocking.
Mm-hmm.
But we don't do a lot of the gross.
No, it's been a while since we've done like straight gross out humor.
Oh,
and Beetlejuice is more than that. You know, he's got a cool factor too. Shane Gillis is Beetlejuice.
As Beetlejuice. You would just anytime somebody be like, I don't know, Beetlejuice, we can help you. Be like, gay. That's gay.
Yeah. No, moving away, like, because we're thinking too much about like comedians with Beetlejuice. He does need to be funny, but let's be real. Michael Keaton wasn't a stand-up, I don't think, was he?
No,
he was known for being an actor. So maybe we should.
Can we get real quick? Could we get a Seth Rogen juice?
It works weird. Yeah, that kind of works. I mean, if we Apatow that thing, yeah. I mean,
a Rogan Beetlejuice.
Yeah. That works.
Because the other option I wanted to go with that would still be insanely funny, and he is getting older now, though. Will Ferrell Beetlejuice.
Okay. No, that's really good. He's probably not much younger than Michael Keaton, to be honest. They're probably
if they're not the exact.
Let's look
same
that
age.
up. You get Michael Keaton, I'll get Will Ferrell.
Okay.
All right. Let's figure this one out. All right, I got mine.
Yep. Keaton is 73 years old.
Okay, there is quite a bit. He's that old? Michael Keaton's 73?
Yeah, he's got like
Holy
wispy grays
shit.
now.
Holy shit. Okay, yeah. Will Ferrell's only 57, so like that.
Okay.
That works. That's definitely like
Ferrell Beetlejuice would be so good though.
It would. Yeah, I can see that. I also don't mind a Bryan Cranston Beetlejuice.
Cranston everything.
Cranston everything.
Cranston
That's the new one. Yeah, just Cranston everything. He can do it. it. Oh man, Tom Hardy Beetlejuice. Hard as nails.
I want a Clooney Beetlejuice.
I wouldn't watch that.
I want a handsome Beetlejuice.
I want to be bored. I'd be so. Clooney's boring.
I know. I just want a handsome juice.
You want a handsome juice? All right.
Oh wait, what about a Chalamet juice?
Who's that?
Timothy Chalamet. He was in Dune, new Wonka movie.
Gay.
He's like a new androgynous boy star.
No, don't know it. Don't know that. Nope, that one's alien to me. That's all right. That's female the juice.
Oh, Lady Juice.
Lady Juice.
Amy Schumer. Lady Juice.
Okay.
She's just gross enough.
All right. She's up there.
Either that or you got to do Whitney Cummings because Whitney Cummings is the gross one, but she's also hot.
Whitney does work. I was thinking Chelsea Handler.
Oh, a handler juicing?
A handler juicing. I think she could pull that one off.
I'd watch it. I mean, that would be kind of a hot older Beetlejuice.
Tina Fey.
Oh, a Fay juice.
A Fay juice?
I would watch that.
A Fay juice?
Now, that would be the funniest of all of our suggestions.
It would be
so
pretty
far.
good. Jones juice. Leslie Jones. She looks like she looks like a monster to begin with anyway.
I say
so,
you already think she's gross anyways. You're probably like, she didn't even really need makeup. She could just just show up.
Yeah, she'd just show up. It would look the same. She does kind of look like a black Beetlejuice. In fact, she looks like the character from Howard Stern, Beetlejuice, and Beetlejuice mixed together, but black.
Oh, that's so rude.
Yeah, but I'm not wrong. I'm
No,
not
I'm
that
just
wrong.
saying
You
it was
take
rude.
you take the midget, whatever he was, man, from Howard Stern.
Yeah.
And then you take Beetlejuice. And you mix the two together and you make them
Leslie
black, you get Leslie Jones. That's the equation. We figured it out.
Now wait, could Beetlejuice have been black?
He could, yeah,
He's,
he
like,
could
dead.
be anything. He can be anything.
No, I'm saying the Beetlejuice from the movie because he's dead.
No, Michael Keaton's white.
Yeah, but Michael Keaton was playing Beetlejuice. Could the man who was
No, he's got
Beetlejuice-
white features. He's a white
He's got
dude.
like white ghost skin.
Yeah,
yes.
but I think it's assumed that that's a white dude. But a black dude could play him.
I hope that it was an Indian dude, and when he died, he turned into Beetlejuice.
Upgrade, bro.
Yeah, you don't gotta be that Persian dude no more.
Yeah. Imagine being born an Indian guy. Oh, that would suck. There's so many other people there, you know?
Yeah, you're not special.
Yeah,
ever.
that's what I'm saying. Y'all look the same. Yeah, fucking got weird ass names. Yeah, that'd blow. Food's
It'd be
great.
It'd be a tough line.
Food's great.
Tough life.
Food's great. Anyway.
With that, Owen.
That was the casting couch. That was pretty good. That was a good casting couch, right?
It was really good all the way up until the dismount right there.
Nah, you know,
I think we wobbled a foot.
No, what are you kidding me? Yeah, I'm kidding around. But it would suck to be born in India as an Indian. Like if you were a white dude born in India, it'd be fine. You know, this place sucks, or whatever. But like,
I'm
just
still like 6'2", and I'm like shredded.
Yeah. See, like, yeah, that'd be fun. But if like you were born if you were born in China, like in poverty, that would suck too, right? If you were born a jacked Russian in Russia, probably suck too.
Yeah, I bet there's some shitty Russian lives out there.
Yeah. I mean, I bet you there's some like awesome looking like farmer out there, but he has like he's, you know, doing his farming thing and like I mean, but he's just another Russian farmer, you know.
Yeah, he's got like a big scar that runs like from here to here from
It's pretty badass.
mechanical thresher.
Yeah, it's pretty badass though. I bet he fucks like a horse too.
He fucks a horse, yeah.
He does that as well. Yeah.
That's where he learned it.
It's where he learned it. He saw it. He did it. That's how that was his Pornhubs.
Oh yeah, dude, can you imagine how sad like rural Russian Pornhub is? It's just
I've seen some of those videos. I've definitely seen it before.
Yeah.
I've talked about this before though. In adult films, I don't like it when they don't speak English.
It is tougher.
I like the ones. I like it in English. And I tried doing subtitles before. I don't know. I
can get a little bit of like as long as you're still white, I don't really need the subtitles.
Whoa.
But if you get to any other, like if you're Spanish or if you're Asian, like I don't know. I need to understand you. Yeah.
And I get too distracted in like some pornos like that are more amateur, you know, more gonzo. I get too distracted by what's going on in like around them. I'm like, why is that cat there? Or why is that, you know, I don't know, like your house looks terrible. You need to clean the carpet or, you know, like things like that.
What gets me is when there's foreign television on the back.
And yeah, you get more interested in that than you do what's going on in the thing that you're supposed to be watching.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was my problem with the pawn shop one. I mean, they had some hot chicks on there. But you gotta, like, the pawn shop one, I'm just looking at the shelves. I'm trying to see what they got.
What stereo equipment they got over there. Like, that's a whole tune. I could use that tune.
Man, where's this, Miami? Like all of them? Yeah, okay, I need to pop down there. Grab me that hi-fi.
Yeah, I hope that this porn shop is an or I hope this pawn shop is like an actual pawn shop.
Like, do you think it is? It's got to be, right?
Some of it's there's got to be something to it because there's some of them where they have other customers in there.
Yeah, and then they got to kick them out and lock the door.
Hey, I gotta go take this woman in the back.
Oh yeah. Oh, go to the back. I think you're fine as long as you don't go to that back room there. Yeah.
Well, you're getting fucked if you go back.
Yeah, that's just the way it was.
That's the fuck zone.
God damn it. Well, is there anything else that we needed to address on this show, Mikey? Sad we couldn't get Ty back on the line, but you know how it is. Internets and stuff. Yeah, the guy that's the representative for the cable company of the show, he has a bad internet, yeah.
And no, and I think we did a lot of bad here tonight. I think.
Did we? Yeah.
There's some good. There was
some good.
Also some bad though.
Yeah. Well, such is life, Mike. Such is life. And you know what? Neither of us can do anything about that. You know? It's just the way it is, everybody.
The way she rolls.
It's the way she rolls. Guys, thank you for listening. We give you a lot of content this week. You got almost 2 hours on each show. Jesus, this is God, you're killing me. Anyway, I'm gonna be out. Reason for the extra content, of course, is because I'm probably not gonna be able to do a show next week because I am on a gig. I'm working. I'm actually gonna have to work and do that thing. So I'll let you know how that goes when I get back. Anyway, if you want to help me not work or whatever, patreon.com/ONRS, give me money. I like when you do that. That's really cool of you when you do that. Think of it as a donation or whatnot. Just give me money. It's fine. So I can do more of this and I have to do less of that. And twitch.tv/ONRS live. Watch things over there, subscribe or whatever you do, or like it or follow, and do that on the old YouTube media. Ono Media on YouTube. Type that in, we'll pop up, and there'll be stuff there that you can watch.
Facebook.com/group/the Ono Radio Show.
Yeah, get in the group. We're starting up the Death Pool. It's happening. Ladies and gentlemen, it's happening. We're about to hit the 1st of October, and before Halloween, we're going to be in full Death Pool mode. So you're going to want to be in the Facebook group to get all the information on that. We thank you very much. 407-906-6466 if you ever want to leave us a voicemail. ONORadioshow.com. That's it for the night. And what do we say, Mikey B? Eat a bag of dicks.
Eat them.
We may or may not see you next week. We love you. Bye.
Love you. Bye.